to potential top 4 and a Carabao Cup final. You can't really complain there, can you?
Not at all. Like, not at all. And I mean, to be fair, Man U are probably the most informed team in the Prem right now.
Oh yeah,
So,
I'm a United fan, so I can vouch for that.
And most importantly, it takes you away from league, so everyone's happy.
Yeah.
It is good for everyone all around, yeah. Me included.
What about you, Josh? What have you been up to?
Funnily enough, playing Hogwarts Legacy.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy. I'm a bit weird, so I've played it through once, and I basically did the whole storyline, like the main storyline, but didn't do anything else.
No, what?
You traitor to role-playing games. You didn't do any side quests.
Bear with me. So I did that first, and then I created a second character, and now I'm doing everything.
Right, you're forgiven, only because you acknowledge that it needed to be fixed.
Well, this is what I mean. I'm just a bit weird. I like to know the main story, so I go through and do all the main story, and then I'll redo the whole game again, and I will do everything else as well.
So basically, you're literally saying that you've been eating pasta without the sauce, and then after you've been eating pasta with the sauce.
Yes.
No.
Yes,
essentially, yes.
Yes, as an Asian, am disgusted by the lack of sauce.
I'm part Norwegian and Irish, so I'm part drunk and Viking. So I don't know what more you want from me.
Okay, I will allow that purely on principle.
I'm part drunk and part pure meat eater. So
you would have done really well in Tudor times.
Yes, I would have done.
You could have brought the magic mic drop to Henry VIII's court.
taken my broad axe and just absolutely smashed the shit out of him. I want 6 wives.
How about you, Trin? What's your attitude towards Hogwarts?
I mean, I'll always love Hogwarts and the magic that it is. Honestly, like, that was my childhood for, God knows how many years. But yeah, I'm too poor to get the game right now, so.
Have you seen the massive uproar about, like, the trans community saying that if you buy the game, you are a transphobe?
They've been saying that a lot. They've been saying that about a lot of things, so it's sort of lost credibility for me.
I was just like, don't get me wrong, J.K. Rowling said some transphobic things, I get it. But also, if you're going to boycott a game, if you're going to slander something for the person who created it, bearing in mind she had nothing to do with the game, she just created Harry Potter.
Yep.
If you're going to slander someone, then you need to start doing it properly. So you need to start, boycotting, the Wizarding World the Wizarding World place. You need to boycott anything that's to do with Warner Brothers because they have connections with J.K. Rowling. You need to boycott the little pop icon things that you can get because they have a deal with J.K. Rowling. You need to boycott Lego because they have a deal with J.K. Rowling. So it's like, if you want to create a stand, then you're doing it against the wrong thing here.
It's kind of ironic that you say that because I was watching this, this speech that somebody made a while ago, and he basically just went to various different places in politics and made the same speech, where he basically just said woke culture doesn't work because all it does is just encourage people to complain. It doesn't actually it doesn't actually get anything done.
Well, no, that's the thing, isn't it? So now we've got Twitch streamers that are getting massive amounts of hate comments because they're streaming Hogwarts Legacy, which you're stupid to do anyway, because you're having a go at the person who's streaming. You're not doing anything about the fact that it's not. They didn't create the game.
And by commenting on it, you're actually adding to their revenue. So
Yeah, exactly. Like, someone had set up a website or something where every time you streamed Hogwarts Legacy, you'd come up on the website and you'd be labelled a transphobe, and it's like, what? What? Like, I can openly sit here and say I am not a transphobe. I work in an industry which is surrounded by the LGBTQ community and trans people.
So glad to hear that.
Like, I am in no way, shape, or form a transphobe at all. So, does me playing Hogwarts Legacy make me a transphobe? I don't think it does, but like, I've got so many friends in that community as well as the LGBTQ community. And do you know what? I'm pretty certain that I am not that. Otherwise, I would not be surrounded by drag queens and friends and trans people.
and us.
And you lot, yeah, exactly.
And Frank.
And Frank, yeah, Frank, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Well,
if you-
thanks.
Yeah, I suppose that's one good thing about being in this group. Like, if anybody does accuse you of being trans, you can just show them the intro to all of the videos and just go, there.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, so I believe that's everyone here. Natalie's just finishing putting the kids to bed. So, do people just want to get their last minute stuff ready and log into Roll20 while I go get her?
Just need to grab my dice.
I also need to grab dice. Dice are good.
Especially for what may or may not be happening. Foreshadowing.
I did nothing.
You did a few things.
I
Oh God,
did nothing.
I forgot about this. Oh,
I've got a
God.
really fun, fill you in situation.
Trin's told me a tiny bit, but like nothing much.
I did absolutely nothing.
For
done-
some reason, mate, I don't believe you. I don't know why.
Dokkur was a really, really good rogue and went to
No,
bed.
no
at 8
explanations
o'clock.
until everybody is ready, and then we
I
can...
haven't explained nothing. I said I did nothing.
I had a great time.
I was having the time of my life, and I was a good boy and went to bed at 8 o'clock.
That is not even close.
You're not putting me in a good light here.
Wait, it's the same night where you were hanging by the hedge in the river?
Oh my God.
haven't-
I don't know what you're on about.
We haven't told her about you stabbing yourself yet. Like,
Wait, what?
No, stop explaining, stop explaining.
For
about
fuck's
that.
sake!
I
I
forgot about
like.
that.
Wait, how many sessions have I
Honestly.
been on? Two?
dude,
Yep.
I was like, so the session that you had to leave partway through, you convinced him to fall on his sword. Quite literally.
You convinced him.
Oh,
No convincing was needed.
He said
I'm
he
just
said,
going
he
to
said
clarify.
something along the lines of that he would fall on his sword, and I bet him 3 gold that he wouldn't, and he did.
It had nothing to do with the fact that Stick could fly the wagon either.
So this is my summary of what you missed from that session, was that we killed the paladins, came up with a really imaginative plan to get
You
the wagon.
killed the paladins!
All apart from 1, 2.
2 survived.
One was 15.
1 was 15 that I.
One
I-
was a wait. You killed a 15-year-old, or you
No.
let a.
The 15-year-old got let go.
I
I
allowed the
didn't kill
15-year-old to
anybody.
leave. I allowed the 15-year-old to leave as long as he apologised to you, in which he did. And then I let him go.
I didn't kill anybody. I want to throw that out there.
You still hit someone.
They attacked me.
That's not killing.
I didn't start
I
this.
may not
or
have
anything.
killed 2, but
So anyway, so 2 of them died, 2 of them got away. We came up with an imaginative plan to get the wagon onto the boat. Stick had the ability to fly the entire
Come on,
time.
it could have been going worst.
And then Dokkur said he'd fall on his sword. I bet him 3 gold that he wouldn't. He did. That's where we are. That's what I had written down for what you missed at the end of that session.
I actually said Stick, you make me want to stab myself with my sword.
That's
And-
what it was.
And Kashan went, I bet you 3 gold you won't stab yourself with your sword. And I said, bet. And did it.
And
You
Pebbles,
got money?
To which
I have
then,
no words.
to which I think then Kashan removed the sword from me and threw a potion at me and 3 gold.
no, taught him through the potion.
Told him through the potion.
Tore him through the potion at me, yeah. Kashan removed the sword and threw 3 gold at me and tore him through the potion at me.
And Padwin turned into this.
Padwin did turn into that.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh.
wanted one.
We're not quite sure what it is, but we want one.
Spread the love and the legs. What?
Yeah, Frank may be sleeping with one of you. which
Okay.
which we will come round to when we finish the recap. Won't we, Trent?
Why is there a bird in a room?
Let's carry on with the recap. All of these questions will be answered. So, shall we tell her what happened when we got to the inn?
I'm just going to stay quiet.
Yeah, that's
So-
what best.
Oh, I've been told something.
Okay, so we got to the inn, and they were running a card game, and I wanted to gamble, but then Dokkur tried to steal the take from the card game.
Tried.
Then there was a huge chaos.
It was successful.
Baracus
It was.
summoned a duck called Quack Norris.
Quack Norris. Yep.
Dokkur managed to open the lockbox and got covered in mimic coins, and then Scream run onto the dock. Scott investigated it and knocked Dokkur over the pier and caught him. Took the time to teach him a lesson. Kashan told him to investigate the noise too. Found Scott dangling it. Kashan said he trusted Scott to deal with it, and then went and told Marilla and Onyx about it. Also accidentally telling the barkeep. Scott and Dokkur managed to lie and get away with it for now. And I tried to behave and at least not get involved with the hijinks. And I think me and Trin bonded over our mutual disdain of the day.
Oh yeah.
we just had drinks. We wanted to play some cards. We didn't get to do that.
And Baracus pulled a pearl out of Frank's house.
That too.
However, I didn't kill anyone.
Also, there was a monkey.
2 months.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, an ape actually.
True.
2.
It was. And then we went to bed.
Okay. And then over the course of like the week, you have all had your dreams as well. So who would like to discuss theirs first?
I will.
Do you remember?
So in the first dream I had, I tried to jump off the cliff, almost plummeting to my death. Managed to necrotic shroud and float down to a ledge. On that ledge was a nest that was big enough for the whole party to sleep in if we were all there. And I figured out that it was the size of a massive, great big eagle. There was a skeleton in this nest that was completely picked clean. I walked away to start walking down the rest of the cliff. It came to life. I made myself invisible. It didn't see me, and that's where it ended. This time, I wake up in the nest still. The bones are gone.
Well, the dream basically plays out until you get to that point, and then you could take
Yeah.
over. So like cutscene from a video game.
Yeah. So I'm in the nest. The skeleton is gone, but there's now a weird orb in the nest that's got like some dark mist in it. I tried to find out if it's the same kind of mist that surrounds us before we wake up. Found out it wasn't. Went to touch the orb to see if it would react to me. It didn't, so I picked it up. I looked into the orb. I could see a face, a devilish face, a handsome devilish face, I believe was the description.
A fanged, handsome face.
There we go. A fanged, handsome face appeared. it didn't react to me, but as I got closer to it and as it gained focus onto me, it jumped towards me and I woke up.
Okay. And what did you wake up with?
I woke up with the orb, but as I sat up, it fell off me and clunked onto the floor.
Okay. And in your inventory, you now have said orb.
Ooh.
Okay. But you don't know what it is at this point because it's just an orb for you. But once you identify, you can then equip it, as it were.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
So mine was fairly similar to the last time. So I followed the path down, got to the carriage. But this time the carriage was empty, as if it had been abandoned for a very long time. As I carried on down the path, the wind started to pick up and I noticed a giant bat diving at us. Got out of the way at first and landed a few blows on it, but it then knocked me back. And as I got knocked over, I woke up.
Okay, who would like to go next?
So for some reason I had my dream as well. It was on a cliff and there were mists all around me. And they got me through a small path where 3 statues stood in front of me. One was holding a sword, another one was holding a bag of coins, and the other one were holding what was it?
Hangman's
Matt?
Noose.
Yes, that. I tried to reach the last one, and then nothing happened, and I woke up. Easy peasy.
No, do you want to do yours?
The mist got pissed off that I kept jumping off the cliff, so walked me down the path. And I found the same statues as Makale, and I tried to steal the coins and woke up.
You didn't? Did you get the coins?
I
Well,
don't know.
she chose the coins, and that's when she woke up.
Oh, okay.
Trin?
God, okay. So after receiving the medallion from like the previous dream, the skeleton kind of just like ambled away slowly, like in like a rough direction. The wind also was getting a little bit like breezy and stuff. But after seeing like nothing else of significance around the graveyard, I followed the skeleton and saw that there were runes up ahead, but at that point I was also hearing like wraith screams, it seemed. So after panicking and then realizing, oh my god, there's a giant bat thing in the air, let's hide, decided to duck for the ruins, managed to stay hidden and saved Scalabob friendo. Yeah. And managed to stay hidden, and I was looking around and then woke up.
Okay, so, but, I'll just simply say that you guys had your conversation comparing notes and stuff at some point during the day. But, David, do you want to describe what your bat was like?
So mine was like giant, almost as if the wings itself like couldn't support it. But outside of that, it looked like almost as if like it was a normal, just oversized bat.
You're going quiet again.
What? Is that better?
Yep.
Better. So yeah, so it was like giant, almost as if it was like too big. And it had way more teeth than a normal bat should. It also seemed very distinctly interested in me. Specifically distinctly interested.
It's Frank in bat form.
God.
And what was the description of your bat, Trin?
I think all I know is that they were like seemingly the size of a dragon. from what I could tell in the air. Because I don't think it got too close to me because I stayed hidden. So all I could tell was just, it was pretty fucking huge.
Okay, so Charlotte's Charlotte's just departed for a moment, so we'll.
I'm actually back.
Oh, are you? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, sorry, I had a phone call.
So, do you want to describe your dream?
Yes. So the last bit I heard just was that there were bats involved.
Yep.
For other people. I had quite, for me, out of character really cool, for in character really cool. So the dream before this, I was with the 3 statues and I chose the rope.
Mm-hmm.
I circled round a path and I came to some rocks with a guy sat on it, of which he was holding a staff and a crucifix. And he has, as noted, very detailed by Matt, he has a Romanian accent. Of which he's called Father Petrovich, the High Priest of the Temple of the Morning Lord. Or what is left of the temple, anyway. And he's called Sasha. And that he mistook me for a god, as he doesn't see owls very often. And I sort of explained what I was doing. And that he mentioned something about blood-sucking fiends that rise the dead and hold dominion there. And that to escape the mists will be difficult. Only the ruler of this land, who dwells in the castle, may free you. But I can tell you he will not unless you best them in battle, both here and in your world. Which is really cool because I know who he is and I'm very, very excited about this.
I was going to ask, what tipped you off to that?
Just played it.
Romanian accent. I play every Wednesday, of which we all have like kind of cute Romanian accents. So as soon as you said it, I was like, oh, it's the boy, and everything clicked into place. So now out of character, I'm terrified.
Great.
That's great news.
No, because I love this boy. We're trying to romance him in this campaign that I'm in.
What is going on?
But basically, I was told that if we defeat him, this boy, this mysterious man with no name that I know about, out of character, we'd free many souls. If we defeat him in our world and then defeat him here, as he recovers, we'll be free. And then he gave me my blessing. And then I woke up.
Okay, and in your inventory you should have an item called the Blessing of the Morning Lord.
This was so cool because my character in the other campaign used to be a cleric of the Morning Lord, so this is very exciting.
Okay, so basically this is cryptic for I need to talk to Charlotte about this specifically down to every detail so she's not disappointed.
I'm like making a whole notes page now about the dream so I can write all of this down.
Trin, you appear to have dropped out of Roll20.
Oh. Sorry. Let me pull that up. Oh god, I'm opening like every wrong thing right now. Oh, PC, please function.
So you all seem to wake up at the same time, but in regards to this. And Trin, do you want to tell the others what you wake up to?
Oh god. Do I have to?
We're sharing a room, Trin, please.
Fuck's sake, fire him Frank's in. Was he in the room or in the bed? Because I really hope he's not in the bed.
In the bed?
Apparently he's revising for some exams or something.
His lieutenant's
Oh
exam.
my god.
Why me? Why me? So yeah, we've got that to deal with now.
At which point he disappears.
Oh, thank god.
But then, as you sort of acclimatise yourself to put your surroundings, you can hear muffled voices coming from here. And at that point, you also hear a scratching at the door.
Oh no.
That's Padman, for sure.
I hope so, because I don't want to deal with anything else right now.
Or maybe Frank. Or, I mean, honestly.
No, please. Please, no.
No more Frank.
So the scratching intensifies.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Like, Marilla, are you awake at this point, right?
Sorry, I have a chicken nugget in my mouth. Yes.
Okay.
Well, as long as you don't have a chicken nugget in your mouth.
Okay, then, yeah, once I'm ready to deal with people in the world, I'll open the door to see what's going on and expect Padwin. Oh god. Is that a phoenix?
Yeah, so this bright red bird is just sitting on the floor, looking a little bit downtrodden. And she's like, "Can I come in? Uncle and Daddy are arguing, and I don't like it."
Oh, okay, yeah, of course, Padwin, you're more than welcome in here. Oh god. Did you know why they're arguing?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna close the door so like none of like the like if they get all shouty or something, it hopefully won't go through the door.
Right, so the rest of you can hear like the muffled voices. So are any of you interested in hearing what this is?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so I can either sort of like read out the script for this, or I can just give you the gist of it.
Jason, if we want to
Whichever works for you.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so you guys basically so you three basically just go outside of Scott and Jason's room, and you can tell they're not in a heated argument in that they're shouting at each other and stuff like that, but it's intense talk. So it's very clear to hear what they're talking about. So Jason is basically of the opinion that they should just cancel this expedition and just head straight back. Because from the moment that they left the city, they've been ambushed, they've picked up new quarry, the Alphas have committed murder, and thievery has happened, for which they're fairly sure that they're going to get punished for it. So Jason's basically of the opinion that Scott needs to do something about this, because you guys are basically his alphas, and Scott is basically just of the opinion that by virtue of being his alphas, you guys have autonomy, and thus are responsible for your own stuff. And this basically goes back and forth for quite a while, and then Scott basically just raises the point that Jason did absolutely nothing to stop any of this from happening. In fact, he joined in with it on several occasions. This just seems to piss off Jason even more. And Scott then seems to adopt a more rational approach, and basically starts talking about the alpha magic that all of you guys have. Well, bar McKelly, of course. But that all of the fact that the alpha magic still accepts you guys as alphas is the defining point of the argument. You guys are still alphas regardless of everything that's happened, so therefore it shouldn't be a problem. Jason doesn't have any say in the matter. But Jason sort of like brushes this off, and then Scott basically just says, well, they're red paladins, so who cares? Jason then says, I don't actually care about the paladins, I care about the fact that it was basically done in broad daylight, etc., etc. And this basically goes on until Scott manages to get Jason to admit that he's not pissed off because this has happened, but because it's happened and you're likely to get caught, as opposed to anything morality based. And then after that, you can hear Jason coming to the doorway. So, does anybody want to make themselves scarce?
Nope.
Run.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide behind Kashan.
Sean's still in bed.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Sean
run and
does
jump and
not.
hide in Kashan.
Understandable.
I'm just gonna lean against the door.
We all know Dokkur's gonna be
But
listening
are,
anyway.
are you sure?
Well, not the door. I'm gonna lean against like next to the
wall.
door. I'm just gonna lean there.
Okay, dexterity saving throw, please.
I'm good at this. 17.
Okay, you managed to take half damage as Jason throws the door open and it slams directly into your face, and you and you take half of 1 damage.
Do you want me to just leave it at 1?
No, just put that at 0. So,
Okay.
he ignores you and just storms out.
Wow. Someone's moody this morning.
He missed his time of the month.
Wow. So what did you guys do to fuck these up so much? Because it feels like that you guys did something wrong.
So did you.
Well, I just joined you guys.
I
say it's
thought that
Dokkur's
nobody
fault.
cares. I've just strolled into your bedroom, jumped on Kashan, and blamed Michele.
Just saying. Jeez.
Is this not
Who's on
what
this time
people
of the month?
do?
Well, I for one think I've been really good in all of this, so you've all pissed him off, to be honest.
Oh, on that point, actually, can I get a history check from you, please?
Yes. Uh, 11.
Okay. But you're fairly sure you've forgotten to do something.
Have I?
You can't remember what.
Oh, is the
Sounds
orb
like
still
Neville.
is the orb still on the floor?
No.
No, it's in your inventory. Your ball is safe.
Maybe you left the oven on.
What have I forgot to do? I don't know what I forgot to do.
If
Sounds like Neville.
Yeah, if
Neville
only,
patched up.
if only you had like a ball that just happened to remind you of things in really cryptic ways that makes it absolutely pointless.
It just suddenly like glow. The orb glows red in my hand. Like, what the fuck is this? What have I forgotten? I don't know what I've forgotten to do. I'm stumped.
Okay, so this has only taken like 10 minutes, so if you guys want, you can just carry on with your long rest.
Yeah.
Time to prep my spells.
I have a very crowded bedroom now.
Yeah.
I'm not with you guys. I'm having my own space.
Not really sorry about it.
There's a duck.
I'm
Frank's
guessing
gonna
this
say
is
hi.
I'm being told to leave. So I'm going to go
That's
walk
a-
out
that's
and
a
go to
joke
Morena's
there.
bedroom.
You stole my plan.
I got left with George!
I'm going into the room next door.
I leave you with Frank.
Rakus and Quacknars are there too.
I'm really baffled as to what I forgot to do.
It's been a long day in the office.
There's a chance swap bedroom as well.
What have I forgot to do? Oh no.
This is just going to like bug you for the rest of the night.
It's bugging me now.
Okay, so somehow you guys managed to carry on with your long rest. Morella, you obviously wake up hours ahead of everybody else.
Because
So-
I'm better than everyone else.
So,
Whoa!
Elf hierarchy over here.
Yeah.
Alright, fair, jeez.
So what are you going to do with your remaining time?
I am going to do. I'm not gonna sing or dance. I don't want to disturb anyone. Not that Marilla just does that anyway.
It doesn't particularly help that Trin is now fast asleep with a massive bird under her arm. Well, no, a kitten-shaped bird.
As you do.
I am. I'm gonna go for walkies.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for a little wander around the tavern, just outside the tavern.
Okay. So you get to the stairs, and you can hear like hurried but talking coming from down below. The downstairs tavern is pretty much in complete darkness, but you have dark vision, so you can see normally. You can basically say, Dresden, I'm sorry, I can't find it. I don't know where it's gone. Dresden's just like, no, don't worry. I know exactly where it's gone. I know exactly who's responsible for it. No, what are we going to do? No, but what we're going to do is call in a favour. Go get the commander. But it's time paying for... It's time paying Zan money comes with the perks they promises. And see what we can do about this situation. And you go, boss. And after they get home, I need you up and bright so we're going to make any profit from this.
And do I know these two people talking?
Yep, so you can basically... Obviously you weren't here last time, but the guy Dresden is the bartender, and the other guy you recognise as the voice of the card dealer.
Ah.
What?
I'm gonna sneaky on down the stairs to go outside whilst overhearing this.
Stealth?
Yes.
He's a sneaky girl.
Yeah.
Well, ironically, while I was organising the Blessing of the Morning Lord for you, I noticed that you have basically £100 of horse food in your arms box.
Well, okay. The reason being, because I was in charge. Okay, the reason being is I'm in charge of the horse food, but I don't have my alms box equipped because there's like barely any weight in there, and so if I'm not actually carrying all the horse food with me. I'm just the one who like is in charge of it. So
I just thought it was
put
ironic.
it there so I could keep track of it.
It's like Skyrim-based space allotment system going on.
Exactly.
£100 of horse food.
Because as soon as I equip it, I'm like encumbered, so I can't like walk.
Okay, so...
But yeah, my stealth was 11.
Okay. So the floorboard creaks very loudly underneath you. Just as they're talking. They look in your general direction, but you're able to sort of like duck back so that you're out of sight. And you just hear Dresden just go now. Alright, boss?
Which commander are they on about? Who is responsible? I'm gonna do something really dumb.
If it's thaumaturgy, I would advise against it.
Alright, Dokkur.
I'm just about to say, you are doing a me right now.
I not for the whole journey. I just want to follow the guy a little bit.
We'll have to
Out of
redefine the
curiosity.
Dokkur.
So what was that?
I just want to follow him like half a mile, kind of thing.
Okay. So Dresden just sort of like watches you come downstairs, and he's just got like this narrowed look about him as he watches you, but he doesn't do anything to stop you. And you basically follow the guy out, and he basically takes the direct route, and he goes to what is very clearly recognisable as the town garrison.
Okay, I'll hang back. And is it like grassy outside this bit, or?
No, you're in the middle of like an urban area. The place is called
Okay.
Portsmouth, by the way.
In a place called Portsmouth, cool. Wow, isn't Portsmouth really dodgy? I'll just.
No, it's mine.
I would just hang back and try to not look suspicious. I'll admire the paintwork. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm on a morning walk. There's nothing suspicious about it.
Okay, so it takes a couple of hours for stuff to happen, and then suddenly the door bursts open, and so you can see a heavily armoured dwarf being led by the card dealer, with what looks to be an entire squad of guards, and they're heading straight to the inn.
I will loop on back and follow them.
Okay, I might as well get rid of this now. Oops, damn it.
Did you delete the map?
No, I just blotted it out. So when you get to the inn, this is basically what awaits you.
That's a lot
Okay.
of people.
Do any of them look at me as I enter?
Every single one of them has their eyes on you.
Oh, morning.
Nobody responds to you, they just stare at you.
Anyway, don't mind me, I'm just gonna up early, you know, as owls are, so I'm just gonna take a seat and just journal. Don't mind me, carry on. Sorry for disturbing you.
My chocolate bar.
Okay, so the tabaxi maid basically just comes over and says, what can I get you? She seems to be like the one person here who's oblivious to the situation.
A cup of tea would be lovely.
She sort of shrugs and goes off. Okay, so the rest of you have woken up by this point.
Joy.
And you can hear the sounds of Scott basically leaving his room first, and he knocks on your door. Is his pattern okay?
Uh,
No.
Sorry?
yeah, I don't say God.
Is it, I'm shouting, I haven't eaten.
Yeah. Oh God, you're here. Hang on a minute. About that bit. I'm sure it's fine. I'm
The
sure
child
everything's
kicked me
fine.
out for
There's
sleeping
no
on his
reason.
head, so.
Okay.
Mirella was
Yeah, I'm
using
gonna
her bed, so I
answer
stole
the-
her bed. George snores.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, I'm gonna answer the door and say, yeah, Patton's okay. They stayed with us for a little while.
Okay. Well, I'll go downstairs and get him some to eat. So he heads downstairs, and you basically just hear him descend down one flight and stop. And you just one moment please. And he comes back up. Guys, there's some people downstairs who I think want to talk to you.
What is the
Fuck.
situation?
I'm always good at getting to meet new friends.
No.
Right, is
I'm gonna
this
run
area
downstairs
here?
full power.
Is this area here like a landing?
Yeah, this is basically like the upstairs bit.
But like, are these grey walls solid?
Yes.
Like, or okay.
He's asking if we can see over them.
Yeah, they're not like banisters or anything, it's like a solid wall that goes up.
Okay.
I'm gonna run down the stairs. Marina!
And
You
you
brought friends!
Yeah. I don't know why they're here.
I'm going to immediately just go and sit down at this table here. I'm going to remark that it seems busier this morning than it was last night.
And
I'm going
Dresden,
to ask for breakfast.
and Dresden's just like cleaning the mug, and he just says really threateningly, "Please take a seat."
Don't mind if we do it. I'm going to pick up
What
a chair
have
and I'm going
you-
to take it from one table to another
What
table.
have you guys done? Oh, for God's sake.
I
I
very,
haven't prepped my spells. Oh, good lord.
I'm very,
Lord.
done nothing.
I've very specifically done nothing. I'm going to ask. I'm going to go to the barkeep and ask if that's a no for breakfast.
Breakfast can wait. We'll wait for the rest of your friends to come down. We have something important to discuss.
You'll
Okay.
wait until I've prepared my spells.
1,250 gold coins worth of stuff to discuss.
Okay.
Oh god, I really need to prepare my spells then.
Just for context, by the way, I run currency that 1 copper coin is the equivalent to £1. So basically, Dokkur has
Oh
stolen,
my god!
has basically stolen 125k from this guy.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I mean, no.
Alright, but how much is breakfast?
All in good time.
Guys! Guys!
Dokkur did it.
Can I get a beer?
And just sort of shrugs and is like, yeah. And the tabaxi waitress basically goes around, and gets like a bottle of beer, pours it into a tank, and then he stops, and so then he just like fills up the rest of it with water. So it's really watered down beer. She brings it over.
Alright, but I'm only paying you half for this. I've seen that.
So what are the rest of you doing? Are you just cowering upstairs?
Can I ask the rest of the bar if anybody else would like a drink?
Oh my god!
And so the dwarf turns around, and you can see that this guy's dressed up in like a really heavy plate, but typical like anime style heavy armor, where it goes off way. He's like brushing the ceiling with his shoulder pads, sort of thing. And, he's like, "What a fantastic idea! Drinks for everybody, I think." And then the alcoholic guy who Barricas was talking to earlier is like, just collapses on the bar.
Still drunk.
Maybe you should cut him off.
So what are the rest of you guys doing?
Yeah, I. Carry on, sorry.
I feel like I need to be the last person that walks down the stairs. So I'm gonna wait for everybody else to leave before I come down the stairs.
I'm going to take some food up to Padwin and Trim.
Well, George comes in after the shouting and basically says, "Master Padman, come, let's go have some breakfast."
Oh god. Oh god, is this even a good idea?
This is fine. They got themselves into this mess.
Yeah, I'm not held accountable for anything, right?
I didn't
Right.
do anything. I tried to push Dokkur off a dock.
That's kind of good.
Well, I think actually I jumped off the dock to hide from Scott.
Uh,
I don't
can
think
use that
Morena
happen.
likes you anymore.
Yes, you still haven't apologised yet.
What do I need to apologise for again?
Oh, put that question to Marilla.
I don't know. Maybe.
Out
You
of
attacked-
character.
You attacked Red Paladins and were mean.
They were racist to you.
Is he having a
That's
domestic?
I specifically said don't cause trouble with them.
You're just shouting this up the stairs, and she's like shouting it back.
Technically, I didn't cause trouble. Technically, 2 of them just miraculously went to sleep and never woke up again, and 2 of them left.
You're saying this in front of guards.
I'm not
This is
there
out
yet.
of character. This is out of character.
I like my
Okay, I'm probably going to imagine that I come to the top of these, to the bottom of the first flight of stairs, the top of the second flight, and just survey my surroundings.
Okay, so are you being particularly stealthy?
No.
So Dresden sees you at the top of the stairs and is like, good, everyone is here.
Are they?
I didn't notice that everyone came downstairs.
Who are you again?
Can I say, I think we're missing a few people. I believe there was a monkey and a fireman.
It was an ape. There it is.
So Stick also sort of meanders down. Like, you can see that he hasn't had much sleep, but he's sort of standing by the stairs getting ready for something.
Something.
So please, my sneaky friend, take a seat.
Doc is just going to kind of like look around himself to see who he's talking to, and then we'll just point at himself.
Yes, you.
No, there's no more chocolate. You stole my chocolate.
All right.
Okay. At which point you notice that one of the guards goes over to the door and unlocks it.
Interesting.
So Dresden then comes round and so, how did everybody sleep?
Wonderful, thank you.
Could have been better, wouldn't
I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, there's nothing that stops one from having a good night's sleep like a guilty conscience, wouldn't you say?
I? You have clearly no idea what it's like trying to sleep in a room with a lizard and a duck. Some sort of demon guy and two versions of Frank.
Yeah.
What are we meant to be guilty for?
Okay, just our character question. Do you know what he's talking about?
Yeah, so I would imagine that Dokkur has gathered this, but he's going to try and play it really dumb and cool and try to some way talk his way out of it.
Okay, deception, please.
I just got a natural 20 on that. Plus 10, so 30.
So he comes round and puts a hand on your shoulder and is like, well, I'll explain it to you. You recall last night when I found you on the dock, I said, if my box doesn't reappear, it'll be you that I'll be looking at.
Being honest, I was very drunk last night and I can't recall much of last night, so please remind me.
I just did. If you want to do a history check.
I don't know about a box. I didn't see a box.
If you want to do one as well, because you were there.
I didn't see a box. Technically,
14.
I didn't see a box. He said about a box, but I didn't see a box.
So what did you get, Josh?
14.
Okay. So now you remember what you forgot to do. Because you threw the box away,
Yes.
you didn't replace it. So now that he has
I
basically...
didn't mean, to be honest, I didn't mean to replace it.
I've got a 28,
Okay,
but I didn't see a box. I can tell you now. It had already gone by the time I got there.
sure. Boom.
I was there when the threat was made. That was it.
Yeah, well, you basically remember that. And so, but now that his box hasn't been returned, he's now looking at you as the person who stole it. So, a sizable amount of my money has gone missing.
Okay.
And you'll recall, I said to you that if that money didn't reappear, I would be looking at you. And all of these gentlemen here are here to bear witness to the fact that I am accusing you of stealing my money. Well, actually,
Yes.
let me rephrase that. I wasn't... It's mostly not my money that you've stolen, but you've stolen it from the big man. And the big man doesn't like his money getting stolen.
Where is Scott in comparison to me?
He is on the other table.
Where is Dresden? Is he? So he's.
This is
Next
Dresden.
to me.
Can I look over at Scott and just kind of subtly just be like, I'm going to assume by big man he doesn't mean Santa, right?
You just see Scott just like, ugh.
I just sort of I nod. I go back to drinking my watered down beer.
So, let me get this straight. Dresden, if that's your real name. I can't remember anything from last night because, as I've been made aware from my party, I was very drunk. So, you've come outside to the dock where one of my friends, who had slept with my wife, was dangling me from the dock. They've pulled me back up, and you've automatically assumed, whilst in my drunken state, in my very, very bad situation where my best friend has just not cheated, where my best friend has just slept with my wife.
You
And you've
have
assumed-
a wife?
And you have assumed that I have stolen your box, which I don't even recall seeing.
Okay, so Dresden is basically going to just attempt to push you down and pull your mask down. Okay? So
Okay.
you can either allow this to happen, or you can try and stop him somehow.
I'm gonna grab his arm so he doesn't pull my mask off.
Right, sleight of hand, please. Against his.
I should be good at this. I'm a sneaky boy.
Sneaky boy.
21.
Okay, you win, so he's unable to pull your mask down. So, as you grab his hand, a couple of the guards stand up, and what about those bites on your face then? And he basically points with the hand that you've got in your grasp.
The bites on my face, I actually had a severe accident where I was severely burned and bitten. I was bitten by dogs for a start and then burned. Do you want to ask me more about my trauma?
So, I equipped the box with a failsafe. Mimic coins, and they would latch on to whoever took them without the proper protocol. And they would leave bite marks exactly like this.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that they are the mimic coins.
Can I get deception again, please? Or deception or performance, whichever one is better for you.
That would be deception. Oh my god, I just got a natural 20 again. Wow, I'm keeping these dice because
Well,
Jesus
they're all
Christ.
mimic coins, so they could be mimicking blights and other kinds.
So he sort of like pushes your hand away and steps away and says, well, the fact of the matter is, my money is missing. By that definition, the man's money is missing. And all of these gentlemen here owe their allegiance to the big man. So unless your group is the only unknown factor in this regard that could possibly have stolen this money, if your group is able to produce 1,250 gold coins, plus a little bit extra, all will be forgiven.
Oh. You've put me on the spot here, Matt.
Well, in my defense, right, the night after this, I got no sleep because I was trying to work out how to make this work without it being unfair, and I messaged you like first thing in the morning saying this is the intelligence checks that he has made. He has sussed it. You have a week to prepare yourself, and you did not acknowledge that message.
I didn't respond to the message. I thought about how I was going to resolve this, but I didn't think I was going to get this far. I'm not
We
going
just
to
go
lie
in
to
stabby
you.
stab.
And then you had another week to prepare for that. So you have no excuse.
I genuinely did not think I was going to go this far. Okay. Counter proposal.
Very well. Speak, if you must.
I
I forgot to
am
reset my.
the Grand Master of an Assassin's Guild. I am a very, very skilled and sought-after assassin.
He's very expensive, basically.
Man, you're
He's
really
not wrong.
selling yourself.
And what does that mean to me?
He's expensive. He's worth lots of money. We could give you Dokkur as a slave.
No, it does not mean that.
I'm interested in this offer.
Is that not what you do when people are in debt? Do you not give them the people?
Look, if you didn't give me a watered down beer, I'd also be a little bit interested in this proposal.
So he looks, and then he just sort of like clicks his fingers, and the waiter sort of bustles behind the bar.
Sean, you are not in any way, shape, or form helping me here.
I didn't say I was. I just
Considering
wanted
I can confirm that none of the party have stolen this box that you are talking about, we do not have the money or funds to give this to you. So, my counter proposal is, can I offer you a form of service?
Okay, deception again. Because you guys do have money, and they're in very visible money bags.
And that, I've rolled. I haven't rolled badly. I rolled a 9, but I've got plus 10, so that's a 19.
So Dresden isn't convinced by this, but the dwarf steps down and comes over to you. Bear in mind the sort of difference between dwarfs and humanoids. But you sitting down, you're at sort of like equal level to him.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've met people like you in various different guises, but I have to say, not one of them has ever attempted to convince a law-abiding official, this is him by the way, that being a murderer is something that would do well for our business. As you can see, we've got plenty of people who are capable of killing. But I am intrigued.
Capable.
I am intrigued, though. So, my day hasn't been lacking for entertainment so far. So please, carry on. Persuade me. Persuade me like your life depends on it. Because incidentally, it may.
Well, not to put pressure on me or anything, but
Daddy!
well, you see, my good sir,
I'm not a sir, I'm a dwarf.
would you prefer me to call you my good dwarf?
No, just call me dwarf.
That sounds
Okay,
a bit derogatory.
okay, dwarf. You see, yes, I may be a murderer. However, I am a murderer of many bad people. I do not go about just murdering good people.
Or random people that you meet in the streets for saying things that you don't agree with, for example.
You mean racist remarks?
Yes, exactly. Those things. You wouldn't be the sort of person that would do that, would you?
I could so sabotage him right at this moment.
Please do not sabotage me. For once, Dokkur is trying not to get us into trouble.
I giggle through my beer. Like a
I think Ishan's working out what I could say.
The Red Paladin's coat is melting.
I will just clarify that those people who I may or may not have killed may or may not being the key thing here. They made racist and terrible remarks against a good friend of mine who is a lovely, kind and caring person.
It's
Now,
Dokkur.
as... Shut up.
Ah, yes,
As-
the wife.
You
Rita,
yourself...
you got upgraded.
You yourself, dwarf, are a commander, yes?
Yes.
Upon hearing somebody saying severe racist and awful remarks to a person who you may or may not care about, would you not retaliate?
Oh, that's not in question. I was just simply making an assumption about your character. But the fact of the matter is, this is a business that needs to be settled. So, will you pay the man, or will you take more direct action?
Aya, calm down.
I mean, as I said,
Calm down.
we do not have that full amount. We have money, but we did not steal that. So I can offer you 500 gold in compensation for the fact, just purely because I am a good person, because you are judging my character. Now,
Ow.
Your friend
Right,
seems to have
off.
something stuck in his throat.
it's a massive dick from his duck.
Yes, I am. That's me.
Yeah, this is another point of the conversation which you missed last session.
Again, try to sleep in a room with it.
So, all I can offer in compensation is 500 gold. Bearing in mind, I've not stolen this box. Do you have the box to prove that there is no money in it?
I think that's what the problem is, my friend. But prior to this, you said 1,200 gold. I prefer to take that offer.
I did not say 1,200 gold.
Well, we can look at the recording when this video comes out, and then we can...
I said I can offer you a service instead.
Persuasion, please. Assuming that Torden's not going to sabotage him.
No. God is going to behave and licking up
16.
Morena's a wife.
So he doesn't look overly convinced, and Dresden certainly doesn't either. So, no, I think
No.
the closer amounts would suffice. But in the sense of not wanting everybody here to suffer egregious harm, I will accept 1,000 gold coins.
I'm afraid I also don't have 1,000 gold coins. I'm telling you, I have not stolen your box. If I had have stolen your box, I would have that amount of money. I do not have that amount of money. Therefore, that should prove that I do not have your box.
Which is true.
Which, if you search my person, you will find that I do not have your box. In fact, I can't put it on my person because I believe this box to be very big from how you are describing it. If there is no box here, you can check my room. There is no box in my room. Tell me where I put the box.
Did you guys check the ape just in case?
That's a good question.
Patrick jumps onto the
The
table.
ape was bouncing up and down on the table. Have you checked the ape?
I was an ape.
No, no, you were not the ape.
I'm into Space Beast.
Padwin, please go back to Scott.
Okay.
Thank you, Padwin.
Yo, that was easy.
Missy said, and he just teleports over to Scott's table. And Scott basically just picks Padwin up and gives him to George.
Stop it, Maya. Just stop.
Very well. And the guard, he basically summons one of the guards over, and the guard basically just starts frisking you. Okay, so, but are you going to let him frisk you, or are you going to try and hide the fact that you have 62 platinum coins, 17, nearly 1,800 gold coins, 200 silver, and 200 copper?
I'm
Where have
going
you
to try.
got this inside my beard?
I'm going to try and hide my purse.
Okay, sleight of hand, please, with disadvantage because, yeah, he is actually frisking you, and he can see what you're doing.
I'm gonna cast guidance on him. So you get a D4 to an ability check.
Yes. So, sleight of hand, the lowest amount I got was a 10. Plus 3 is 13, plus the D4 is a 3, so 16.
Okay, is there anything else that you can add to this?
If it goes wrong, can I intervene?
Has somebody got blessed? Does that work on that?
She's just done guidance.
Okay, I was gonna say, no, I don't know if anybody else has anything like that. Can we say he hid his money in a tiny hut?
What's he trying to do? Deception.
He's basically trying. The guy is basically frisking him, and he's trying to hold his money bag out of reach for the guy to.
Who's behind me?
Directly behind you is just empty space.
Stinky cloud!
Um,
I can
on the
see
same
stinky cloud!
On the same table as me, who's behind me?
Me?
Can I try and pass it off to Michele?
If Michele allows this, if he doesn't, then it will just clunk onto the floor really loudly.
Oh yeah, totally on board for it.
Okay, so can I get a sleight of hand from you as well, please?
Hey, yeah. I mean, good luck.
Please, please.
Do I have the blessing from Maria?
I'll cast guidance on you. No, I won't.
Can you cast guidance on more than one person at a time?
It's an action, but I have to touch them, and it's concentration up for a minute. So.
Fine. 20.
Okay, so you're able to pass off the money. So now Dokkur technically has no money, and Barakas has a lot.
Well, I'm just going to clarify that I originally was going to share this out with the group anyway, so that's why I've just left it.
Do you say this as he's frisking you?
No, I don't say this as he's frisking me.
Sure, it'd be funny.
So the guard finishes frisking you and just shakes his head. And so the commander's like, very well, but we'll take off your offer and search your room. And
Go for it.
two guards over here come over here. And they go into Frank's room and you can just hear this loud scream. It's like, do you mind? We're busy in here.
Oops.
How do you not know they're not going to plant the evidence and your soldiers have stolen the money?
And they just you just hear this grumbling. It's like, there's loads of duck shit in here. What the hell? So just this really tense silence just carries over the room. And then two guards come downstairs shaking their heads. Well, this is awkward, isn't it?
I told you I didn't steal your box.
Well, as my friend said, he's got no money on him.
But incidentally, the money will need to be recuperated, so I'm open to suggestions.
But if we're not the people who did it, then why do we have to recuperate it?
Well, because blame is a tricky thing, and quite frankly, a complicated thing. Too complicated for simple guardsmen like us, so, solutions, please.
You already offered
Who's-
services.
Who's talking right now?
The commander.
The dwarf.
Yep.
We could do community service.
Jen.
What?
The way Michaela just went.
Could you not put an insurance scam and burn down your building and claim more money on your insurance?
I have an idea.
This is the 9th century. We don't have insurance.
I don't know.
I have an idea.
Don't keep it to yourself, then.
Commander, is there a criminal who you need to bring in who needs justice?
You mean aside from the person who stole money from here and, quite incidentally, another criminal who is wanted for questioning about killing 2 Red Paladins?
Yes.
There's got to be more than 2 criminals in the city, sure.
Who died?
Who said they were the same person?
I said, incidentally, these 2 crimes happened. For all I know, it could be 2 very separate people.
Exactly.
So aside from those people, I assume you're talking about.
Well, we've
Well, I
already
mean,
discussed-
I can try and help you to track down the person who killed the 2 Red Paladins, and I can try and help you track down whoever has stolen this box. However, we do not know where the box is. And I don't quite know how to go about tracking who killed the Red Paladins.
Well, that's okay. I have another proposal for you.
Okay.
This country has been plagued with something of a professional killer. Not someone like you who has a certain subtlety about them. No, this person is something of a monster. 3 women were found in the street, slashed to pieces. Their entrails splayed across the street. The locals are calling the killer of these women as Jack the Ripper.
Oh, we met John.
We have to go find Jack the Ripper.
So perhaps an arrangement could be made there.
That I can do that. Would you prefer him dead or alive?
Oh, I'd just simply prefer him dealt with. But, of course, if I was simply to let you go,
Ah, shit, fuck.
Michele,
Sorry, I stumbled everywhere. I just went for a quick pee.
if I was to simply let you go and you were to simply not engage with your obligations in this matter, well, that would make me look very silly, and I don't
Maybe we
like
should
being
give
made
you a
silly.
hostage. I think Quack Norris will do nicely.
Well, I mean, you have my word, my promise, and whatever else you want from me, and we are currently in the presence of a cleric who may or may not be able to...
Don't risk that. Don't
I'll give
risk
you my
that.
first edition Chieftain's Brother.
May or may not be able to do what?
Hold on a second,
No,
I'm trying to
no.
think about how to word this.
No.
Who can verify my word and promise?
So the dwarf then basically decided, it seems to have some inkling as to what you're talking about, and goes straight to Morella, like, yes, clerics are able to cast Zone of Truth, are they not?
Oh no.
I'm so sorry. I don't have Zone of Truth prepared for today.
Is that true, or?
Can he come back
It's
tomorrow?
no, genuinely true. I and ahed about it, but I didn't prepare it.
Okay, so
Jesus
just
Christ,
sort of
I'm looking so relieved.
just perception, please.
Stop.
Everyone's choking on their food and drink now. Just give them a minute.
I'm really peddling through this, guys. Come on, give me a chance.
Yes, I'll go down in history as the DM who killed his party.
I'm not dying here. I can take him. I can take a way out.
Well,
I'm not dying here. I'm innocent.
I can get us out of here, but that will cost Matt to roll 22 saving throws.
What have you got?
Well, it's a charming spell. But after that, we just need to run. Like, run.
Maybe we actually find someone who's killing innocent people?
Which is why I was saying that I would find Jack the Ripper for them.
I'm all for finding Jack the Ripper. I'm not all for...
We just need to find Jack shit. Just get out of here.
We see, this is the problem. I'm more than happy to let you go, but my professional pride and reputation is very important to me. So I need some assurance that you are going to do as you say you're going to do.
Okay, well, my party aside, what can I give you to give you assurance?
Oof.
I have an idea. And he basically pulled from his belt, he pulls out a bottle, he uncorks it, and this sort of plume of pink smoke comes out of the bottle. He plonks it in front of you. Drink.
Can you tell me what it is first?
Of course not. I would ruin the surprise.
Can I
Can I drink it?
identify on it?
Yeah, I'm next to it. Can I do something as well?
Sure.
Like what?
Don't know.
Can I-
What do you want to do?
I mean, I'm trying to identify that too. Like, I don't know. Like,
Can I drink it?
And so, no, it's not for you, my dragonish friend.
Can
Can I identify what
can
it
I
is?
cast identify on it, please?
Okay. Right, bear with me. I've actually forgotten what this potion is called. Okay, I can't actually remember what the official name of this is because I forgot to actually write it down. But what this is effectively is a tracking potion.
Okay.
So if you basically drink this, they'll have some sense of where you are. In contradictory to the amulet that you're wearing.
huh?
So you want to be able to track me? Is that where we're going with this?
Yes, indeed.
Idea.
Don't
Okay.
look at yourself.
No. We can try to fake it.
What, fake
What?
drinking it?
Yes, we can. I mean, I can make him think that you drank it.
Or could we not give it to
Right,
Padwin
Kelly.
and just send Padwin to sleep somewhere?
Fourth wall on this just a little bit. Can you convince the other 22 people in the room?
No, but nobody needs to see that, right?
No, I cannot.
Oh, for fuck's sake! By the way, it's 21, not 20.
Just like... Can I say to the guy, like, look, if it's a thing that's tracking someone, surely I'm good enough.
So what does that mean?
I said, so if it's something to track somebody in the party, surely just me should be fine.
Well, I'm more interested in whether your friend here is willing to take a hit for your team, as it were.
He would be.
Oh my.
Yeah, he liked to get stabbed. Pardon me.
Right, Lewis is like, yes, he would.
You heard the man, friend. Bottoms up.
Alright then. I take it, put it in my mouth, swirl it round and down it all in one go.
Okay, so with that, the amulet of non-detection that you have just stops working.
I thought you were going to say break then. I was like, please don't tell me that breaks.
Well, basically, you can feel it having like this magical effect. That magical effect just like dims, and you can basically see that. You just know that the potion is nullifying its effects.
Okay.
Excellent. Well, this was most entertaining. Please, don't take your time with this. It will be very interesting if you did.
Just to clarify, you said you want him dealt with. Hold on. You said you want him dealt with. Well, if I deal with him, and he just so happens to not be alive anymore, how do I prove that he's dead?
With vivid imagination, my friend. Vivid imagination.
I like vivid imaginations.
What are we talking? Hand? Foot?
His tongue?
Me?
Huh?
You want his knee?
I said me, not knee.
Oh.
Although I'll quite happily have your knee if you want that.
No, no, Frank, no. No, away, Frank.
Not the moment.
You will find,
From
from what we can tell, this person has a very distinctive attire about him. Bring back something of that, and we'll see how convincing you are.
How do we know it's the right attire if we don't know? Are you going to tell us what it is?
Well, you'll know what it is because you'll come face to face with him and you'll be able to work out what that is. However, if you don't come face to face with him and you try to fool me otherwise, let's just say I'll have ample knowledge on the situation to know if you're bluffing.
Yeah, but how would we know that the guy wearing the top hat is the killer and not the guy with the bell-bottom jeans?
Boots with the fur.
And then someone else with the booty furs.
I get the feeling that we'll know, guys.
Okay.
Did someone say booty?
No.
No, Frank. No one said booty.
I mean,
Final
yes, but no.
question. Where was he last spotted?
Heading west. I had to think about that.
Just generally west?
He was
To a
here.
specific location.
He was here a few days ago, leaving his carnage in his wake, and has since departed. We can only assume he's taken ship somewhere. But the only ships that have been going anywhere are westwards.
Ah,
Good
Well-
luck. I hope you won't disappoint. This has been very entertaining. And in the meantime, my friend Dresden, let us take this conversation elsewhere so we can work out your compensation.
Okay,
Yes.
but about breakfast?
So the guard by the door unlocks it and goes back to the table. And so Dresden and the commander actively leave. And the waitress is like, "What do I do?" And she just like comes over and is like, "I'll organize some breakfast," and she just like, rushes off.
Many thanks, my lady.
So Scott basically says, "Well,
I'm not going to the kitchen.
have we learnt a lesson here?"
No.
Good.
what's our lesson?
Strange pink potions.
Is that the lesson? Don't drink potions?
What do you mean you haven't learned a lesson?
That's one of the lessons potentially, but hold on, and he starts counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. There's a lot of reasons, but why you should think your actions through before you do them.
I don't know what actions you're talking about, Scott. Shut up, otherwise you're going to get me in trouble again.
Mm-hmm.
I blame it on the ape.
I blame the ape.
See, we agree.
Okay, so you have survived this by the skin of your teeth. So in that regard, if you guys all want to give yourself 200 XP.
Go ask Dad.
Yeah. Guys, by the way, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
So, anybody have any
What do you
interesting
mean?
news last night?
I've been up for hours.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask about that. You were down here the whole time?
Yeah, I followed them to the garrison.
And then Padron jumps onto the table, and she did nothing to warn you of the fact they were here. Missy step.
Thank you, Padron.
I didn't know what they were on about. I was just enjoying a calm morning without any drama of killing red paladins, without people stealing stuff, without people lying.
Enough.
Did you at least
Well,
enjoy your tea?
Yeah, I thought those one were your friends.
So I don't know what's going on with the icons here, but Padron is trying to appear on the map. I'm just going to quickly restart mine, so you guys carry on chatting.
Matthew Mercer is DMing the next series of Dimension 20. Carry on. The next series of Dimension 20 is being DM'd by Matthew Mercer.
I have never been so attracted to you in my life.
It's gonna be so good because the last crossover with Brennan Lee Mulligan and Matthew Mercer was for the Exandrian Limited Calamity series, of which Brennan Lee Mulligan DM'd. It's gonna be stunning. I'm doing this in character. It's a book series.
It's a book series.
I don't know.
You just hear
Kashan
Scott
Inakikashi comes out going, these are my favourite books.
You just hear Scott just call out
Can you
from
read?
his table, just going, nerds.
Can you not?
What's reading?
There it is.
And that tracks.
Guys, you've got to remember, Dokkur knows nothing. Come on.
That is...
So reading is when you use your eyes. Why is there a giant bird?
Well, he's trying to turn into a particular type of griffin, but for some reason the token isn't working, so he's just turned into a normal griffin. I don't know if you'll actually be able to see this, but... Oh, damn it.
On me.
Come on. But that's what he looks like.
Oh.
Ah,
It's size 2. That's
I want one.
that's
But-
cute.
Dokkur, have you actually learnt your lesson about this? You're seeming way too blasé about it.
I mean, I don't know you guys for very long, but I don't think that guy is gonna learn something anytime soon.
So the waitress then brings over the food, and it's very basic food. Like it's like bread and little scraps of meat. So just puts them on the table. So Scott Spacey says, "Well, I think that showing all signs of humility and grace, we should get the fuck out of here before these guys change their mind."
I agree.
Yep.
I am going to eat my breakfast.
Standing there stubbornly, just
Like, you guys can get out, that's fine, I'll catch up, but I'm eating breakfast.
Yeah, I'll have a couple of forks in there as well. So.
I done nothing wrong.
Yeah, we did
I
that. Dokkur
deserve-
can't do all that.
I'm gonna pick up my chair and my plate. I'm gonna like move it. Oh god, where have I gone? I've gone somewhere. It disappeared.
I think you're underneath Morella.
Oh.
There we are.
I bet you'll work
Hang
it out,
on a
Dokkur.
minute.
I didn't put you on top. That's my bad. Honestly, quick side note, right? Why is Marilla on top? Why didn't I go on top of Marilla?
Yeah, fine, I will move you to the front.
And
There.
thank you.
Hey, that's no. This is not no. Okay.
Honestly, I'm better in.
I was expecting Matt to move my counter over the top of it then.
Nope. You can't catch me. You can't catch me.
I can catch you.
I mean, nothing towards Kashan, but I don't think Mariella would like it.
That was
Anyway.
not my intention. I was just gonna go join the people that also done nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to eat my breakfast. I didn't do anything. I was good. I behaved.
Yeah,
I'll
I
let-
vouch for you.
I let his actions have consequences and everything. Ask Trinket back me up on this.
Trin, please vouch for me on this.
But seriously, Dokkur, you've gone a little bit crazy the last day. Like,
Dokkur-
I get
Go on, sorry.
I get that you attacked the Red Paladins because they offended me, but I said not to.
Dokkur is going to, like, slowly turn around to face it and is just going to say, Morella, I understand the premise of what you're trying to say. But what you've seen me do the past couple of days is all I've ever known.
I get that, but we're meant to be good. We're meant to be out here saving people, and
I think the Morella and Dokkur love trip might be over.
Well, that's
Like-
okay, darling. She's got a new man in her dreams that she's.
yes, his name is Redacted. Honestly, he's such a cute boy. I love him so much. Gosh, he's so cute. He's so attractive.
Who else heard Matt Mercer?
Oh my god, don't get me started.
Okay, so after a loss of preamble, you guys Scott basically leaves with Jordan's stick, and they go to the dogs. Are you guys
Let's
going
get
to
the
go with
fuck out
them?
of here.
I suppose we have to.
You don't
Yes.
have to. You don't have to. You can carry this on if you want.
Now we need to go.
Yeah, I don't trust Dokkur as far as I can throw him, and it's not very far.
I'd be impressed if you could throw them at all.
I have catapult. It's amazing what I can do.
Validated.
When we leave and we get a bit away from the inn, Dokkur is just going to turn to Brax and say, "Thank you for helping me out, friend. Please, can I have my pouch back?"
What pouch?
No, don't you start.
So what? What? I'm confused.
Brax, I will give you 200 coins, gold coins, if you give me my purse back.
Let's make 300.
We could
I
give
heard
some
you.
money to good people who need it.
250, that's my final offer.
Or we could give it to people who need it.
Or you could have a grenade.
No.
No, Padrin. Okay, 250. It's fine.
Yes.
See if that's the share.
Hold on. How much did I make from that? 1,200.
1250.
1250.
Yeah.
How many of us is there?
6.
Oh,
Well,
Can
10
I
if you include the alphas. So.
can I split the 1250? Yeah, 6 ways, including me, and then give each person however much that is. As in us 6, excluding Scott and Jason and Stick.
And George.
208.3 recurring.
Yep.
So I give everyone 208 coins.
Yeah, you keep the 3 silver each for yourself. Finder's fee.
Well, yeah, so to speak. So I need to take out 1,300. No, I don't. I'm lying. 1,000.
It'd probably be easier if you just simply take out the 1250 and then just re-add 208 into your inventory.
I've done it now. Don't worry.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I give everyone 208 gold.
Okay. Do you want me to do that one?
Yeah, I'm having issues.
You're cutting a little short.
I haven't even been. It's still trying to add on experience points and all sorts.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to do that for me. 'Cause it's just being stupid.
Yeah, what's everyone's experience at after the 200? So I can do it for Natalie.
My laptop's been weird.
Well-
so I don't know if it's added it on.
49,451.
Okay, cool.
Have
Same.
you added it on?
No, it hasn't.
Okay, so yeah, mine's being stupid. I will shut down and restart my laptop then.
Okay, so then 208 gold for Torden.
Okay, I'm gonna restart and see if that sorts it out.
Okay, so Scott basically just watches this happen and was just like, you know, we could very easily just go to the guards right now and tell them what we've witnessed has just happened.
Or not.
Or not, of course. You know, but it's as I always say, gold may make a man happy, but it won't make him rich. And Jason just looks at him and is like, when have you ever said that? So you come to the docks, and Padwin's back as a cat, and as you enter the dockyard, you can basically see 3 familiar faces.
Who?
Can I? Oh, it's the Inquisitors.
I don't think I've met these.
It's those freaky dudes.
You have not.
What tiefling?
We don't want to
We
meet them. We don't want to meet them.
we
We don't want to
we
meet
met
them.
them when we
They're
met
horrible
Thanos. I subtly nudged to Scott that he should maybe hide Padwin.
So Scott scoops Padwin up and basically says, let's go talk to the dockmaster, shall we? And he takes Padwin and Stick comes to join him, as does George.
What's going on?
Those guys want to kill Padwin, the cat,
Yeah, why?
because they think he's the spawn of something evil completely and is will destroy the world.
Yeah, that's right, but living big.
Yeah, these guys don't believe him.
Oh, Jesus. Can we not just
And
kill
they
him?
speak weirdly as well. They kind of speak as one person when they're 3 people.
Yeah,
Huh.
it's
It's
you're
very
about
weird.
you're about to have a lot of fun.
Okay, so you can see that the tiefling is talking to one of the stall guys, and the hooded one is is investigating the spot where the red paladins were killed. The bodies have since been taken away, but bloodstains and stuff are still here. And then the sword, the one that's the Inquisitor with the sword, is basically just standing there and just glaring at everybody. She then sees you, and suddenly all 3 of them are looking at you. Then the hooded one comes over. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it in the picture that I shared, Josh and McKelly, but these guys don't have eyes, they just have blue smoke where their eyeballs would be.
I think I remember them from my previous character.
You might do, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
And so he basically comes over to you, and whenever he talks, he seems to talk with the voice of multiple people at the same time. So there's like this
Yeah.
reverb
Yep.
in his voice.
Yep.
He's like, greetings, Alphas. We did not expect to see you here.
Nor were you Inquisitors.
We don't expect to see anybody anywhere.
So Jason steps over to him, so, mind fire, it's interesting to see you again. And you, Alpha. I greet you as a friend and as an ally. He bows to him. As to the rest of you. But your number seems to be different since we last saw you.
Well, you know how it is.
About me.
You know how it is with alphas. We
We seem to gain
some
friends
people drop
everywhere.
off.
We do not know such things. We have always been 3, and always will be 3.
I'm Mummy.
Our group's a little more fluid.
Daddy's
It's good that we have found you here. Several days ago, there was an immense disturbance of dark energy. A being of enormous power, or beings of enormous power, clashed not too far away from here. Many lives were lost.
Oh, let me guess. Is he west?
East, actually, on the road to the city of Northwick. What do you know of this?
Nothing. We've been told to go west to chase out the river.
Okay, so
Which direction
are
did you say?
you-
Sorry, was that west?
East.
but,
The clash
yes,
was-
They're going east.
Wow,
for a clash
I'm
of
so-
power. I said we're going
because
west
I
to
can't
chase out
remember
the
them.
river.
I assume he's referring to like the clash with Zana.
That's what I'm.
That's what I was just assuming. Yeah.
I'm
I
avoiding
don't wanna say
I'm
that.
avoiding it and telling them that we're kind of going the opposite direction, so we don't know.
Okay, so are you lying there?
No, because they didn't specify that it was something that already happened. They
Okay,
kind of said
cool.
they're going towards it. So technically, I'm not lying.
Okay, cool.
We're going away from it.
Okay. A being of the apocalypse was involved. We also know that a demon of immense power was also involved, and also an ancient being that we do not know.
There are lots of beings with you guys.
Beans.
Beings.
Oh,
No, something
Am I an
ancient
ancient
being,
being?
a demon being, a bit different being. It's all beings.
We also found evidence of a bag of beans that had been left in Northwick, which had birthed a giant snake. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that.
That snake's being fed. That's not my snake. I don't know where that snake's come from.
I wonder if I'm the ancient being.
But
the
why if
being.
you're green? Are you green and round?
I don't know. Am I green and round?
I don't know. Are you?
Do
So
you know
the
colours?
so the other ones basically come over to you. No, the Inquisitor of the Sword just goes straight over to Jason, sort of like squares up to him. The Tiefling, on the other hand, is investigating the rest of you.
Hey,
Okay,
look! It looks like you. And then pointing at Bershon.
right, Dokkur, you feel the demon inside you, like emit this like aura of hatred. It doesn't say anything, but it's like just like, you know, the way the animals growl, that sort of like behavior.
Yeah. I'm about to do something really dumb.
Don't.
Did he say that out
Please
loud?
don't.
If there's that little voice inside your head, listen to it.
Kill, kill,
Don't listen
kill.
to the little voice in your head. It tells you to do all kinds of weird things.
It's sure.
Actually,
just,
depending on your little voice.
just to clarify, you do not want to know what the little voice in my head is currently saying.
Alright, okay. In these situations, where you think
everyone.
about doing something stupid, think to yourself, how would Marilla feel about that?
Would Morella dump me for what I'm about to think?
I think she's already dumped you at this point, but
I'm
You're
confused.
so
I thought
dead
it was
to
your
me.
wife.
Don't tell him that.
I didn't
Don't
get
tell-
invited to the wedding.
Don't tell Dokkur that he will kill himself with his sword.
I will.
Marilla, I'm disappointed you didn't invite me to your wedding.
and then you just hear from the dog Padwin singing, "One little Padwin jumping on the head."
Is
My
this
dinner is
tiefling
singing.
actively looking at me?
Yes. He's basically just brushed straight past Marilla and is now looking very directly at you. He's trying to sum you up, as it were.
But is he not interested of seeing another tiefling as well next to Dokkur?
As for... give me insight, actually.
I don't know, I'm not famous enough. Insight. Ha, that's a 7.
Okay. As far as you're concerned, he thinks you're invisible.
Bitch!
I don't think he likes you.
Dokkur is going to stare back at him, and how do I want to play this? He's going to say, "What are you looking at?"
He's then just going to step right up to you. You have a darkness in you.
You have a darkness in you. Why did you become so racist? I'm gonna just
Wow.
say this to his side of his leg.
You be
So I'm like
read.
digit-sized.
Do you have a problem with my darkness?
Yes. My order
Sounds like a
exists
you
to
problem.
destroy darkness.
Says the person who's part darkness.
Okay, he doesn't seem to be like acknowledging anything other than Dokkur at this point.
That's fine. I'm just gonna be annoying.
You yourself don't seem particularly all white light.
Is anyone going to get involved in this?
I already am, and I just got told that basically that I'm being ignored.
Well, apparently I'm invisible to him, so. Like,
Why don't you
Trying to
reach out to
waving
him
at him.
as a brother from
show
another
him
mother?
home.
Yeah, I just love that this sort of team spirit that we have of Dokkur gets in trouble, nobody does anything about it.
Maybe we're hoping he'll
thing
learn his
is,
lessons.
The thing is, Dokkur is actively trying not to get into trouble at this point. However, he's trying to intimidate Dokkur, so Dokkur is already very confrontational.
Ironically, that has an effect on him, but you'll get there eventually.
I
Or
tried
you
to
might
help,
not.
but I got ignored. I'm gonna go to the other one and go, oi, why is your mate so racist?
The other one being.
Just one of the other ones.
Okay. We are very singly focused.
He's racist.
We are singly focused.
Well, you're all racist then. Because he is obviously part of darkness himself. And he is just accusing people of all kinds of balls up.
So, at that point, Scott sort of just jumps up and stands behind them and says, Inquisitors, do we have a problem?
Yeah, they're racist.
And with that, the Inquisitor of the Sword is just going to, like, in one fluid movement, turn, draw her sword, and take a swing at Scott.
I've not even done anything.
Anybody want to take any bets? Who's going to win this? Her or him?
I'll draw my axe and aim it towards the Inquisitor of the Mindfire.
Okay, so let's see if Scott's able to avoid it. He should do, yep. Okay, so Scott basically avoids it, pulls out his own sword, and pins her sword down against the ground. And so the Inquisitor of the Mindfire then says, no, we must not fight. What are we doing?
Being racist, apparently.
Lower your weapons, Alphas. You do not want to go to war with us.
She started it. She drew her sword first. And he drew his words first.
So
If
Scott
she lowers
basically...
his sword, I'll lower my weapons.
what are the rest of you doing?
Dokkur is going to say.
Nothing. Dokkur is going to say nothing.
Dokkur is going to say.
Nothing.
In Infernal. He's going to say, "Do as you're told and back away."
I'm assuming Brokers can talk Infernal and can tell Dokkur to shut up.
I think we established that correct.
Can I back him up?
Do you want to back him up?
Oh, God.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you can either do
We're not
two...
getting into another fight, are we?
There's
I'm
me
not
trying to
I'm not
save
trying to
your
get
life
into a fight.
again,
I'm
Dokkur.
genuinely not.
Despite the
Oh,
fact
right.
you're stealing Morena, I'm trying to save your life again, and here you are digging your own bloody hole again.
Okay, so
Sorry,
you
I
can...
was doing a COVID test.
Do
So-
I want to know why you're running around doing a COVID test?
Because she's a
Someone
healer.
in our house just had COVID and I'm positive, so...
Oh, lovely.
so-
So you can isolate. You don't have to go to...
You don't have to go to
Anywhere.
work
No.
next week.
No, government, it's not actually mandated. You
No.
can go to work.
Ah.
I think it depends on your workplace. My workplace demands you still take at least 3 days off work.
No, but
I'm
actually, but
waiting
no,
to find out because I'm meant to be at work tomorrow.
but no. Unless you got some very illness issue, you are allowed to go to work. There's no excuses anymore.
I think mine is
Nah.
the lady I work with is considered it. 2 ladies I work close contact with are extremely vulnerable.
That's fun. Anyway, let's not fight. No one get into
Yeah,
trouble,
please
please.
no.
Okay, so put Dokkur and Barakas, you can either do put intimidation with advantage or 2 intimidations.
McKelly, what's your intimidation?
+8.
I'll give McKelly advantage.
Ooh, boy.
I
Okay.
love that Trin is just backing away.
Getting the fire in case things go absolutely tits up, but also
All I can
therefore
picture
I'm
is
distant
Dokkur
from
standing
every
in
problem.
front and then
It's
Barakas is
okay.
coming up behind
Please,
him.
no fighting.
It's
I've got
okay,
no good
it's okay.
spells.
We've got
Right, let's
25
show
on the
you.
table.
They got
25,
a 25 apparently
shit.
in intimidation.
Okay. So Dokkur, you then hear, like, you've got the voice in your head already. You've then got another voice in your head, simply saying in Infernal, "This isn't over." And he backs away. So put. So put the Mindfire then says that Alphas, you have made an enemy today.
Ooh, boy.
I tried not to. I just tried to point out the logic
You've
of the
done nothing
argument
for
here.
once.
For once, I've actually been good.
So then Scott then basically says, "This is that something we really need to be worrying about? Bear in mind, you're still holding this put the sword away. She hasn't sort of stood down, and is that really something we need to be worrying about? But if we're here fighting each other while all of these threats are running rampant. Focus on what you're doing. We'll focus on what we're doing. And we'll never lay eyes on each other again." And the Mindfire basically just said, "Yes, we will depart. But know this, Alphas. We will not be so merciful next time." And then he basically just shouts something in... Can any of you speak Abyssal?
I'll have to check my prep on that.
Um,
Trying to load it.
I can't.
I do.
Okay, well, you basically hear him say in Abyssal, "Sword, stand down, come."
Ah.
And with that, they put back away until they get to about here, in which point they turn and disappear outwards. So Jason's basically just looks at him and just simply shakes his head. He's like, "Enough, let's just go before And Scott basically says, "Enough, let's just go before somebody gets killed."
Again.
Okay, so do you guys want to tell Marilla what your plans were to get the wagon, or explain the situation about the wagon, basically?
Dick was going to fly them over, and that was the entire plan. We didn't come up with any hijinks in the process.
I have another
The
suggestion,
other was to
but
be the
nobody
catamaran.
wants to listen to Tordum today.
Well, the original plan was for Kashan to get really big and carry it over. Then I came up with a plan of roping 2 boats together, putting putting it on the 2 boats and basically getting it to go across that way. And then Stick decided to make us aware that he could float it.
Yes, entirely by his own volition.
With zero threats from Dokkur.
Oh my god.
I had another suggestion, but nobody wants to listen.
Does anyone want to listen now?
That's
I
enough.
do. Please tell me.
Marilla has a special friend that can make things go big and small.
Is that called Viagra?
Fantastic. Oh my god, I want to try it.
However, at the
How do you
time,
think I
Marilla
made
was not
Godzilla? Who told me Godzilla? Your friend. If he can make me big, he can make things small.
One little
I'm
padling jumping
siding
on
with
the head.
Gordon.
Well,
But
Stick's
no one
flying it
listens to
across now.
Gordon
There is no
today.
hijinks involved. There is no problems. Stick is floating it across. I think we've come up with a good solution there.
Marilla, this is why Dokkur is a punch of poo. I'm gonna go sit on the boat and sulk.
Okay, so are we happy to let Stick levitate the wagon and have his Pegasus fly out?
Yeah.
Because
You're
you're
the safest
so
pet right now.
Dokkur's past caring at this point. He's just fuck it. I was
Okay.
a good boy and no one recognised me for it. I've had enough of all of you.
I'll give you a point, no worry. And you owe me 50 golds, by the way.
I will give it you now.
That sounds very painful.
I'll
That's
take
because
it momentarily
that's-
and then the moment would never come.
That's because I've just had to like sit myself up. So I was like, I will give it you now. Remove 50 gold. Take your 50 gold, Baracus. How about that?
Thank you.
Okay, so the wagon's being floated over, the horses are being transported over by boat. Are you guys happy to get on the ship as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Are we still heading west to chase Jack the Ripper?
I don't know, are you?
We're supposed to be.
This isn't something that anybody's actually discussed at this point.
What's this?
We are supposed to be going west to chase Jack the Ripper. You have that thing in your body that. Yeah.
Are we not already going west?
Yes, you are.
That's what I'm
But,
checking.
But no,
I wasn't here the session that the direction of the boat was decided.
basically she's querying, are you guys still following through with the plan to travel to New Asgard and to Minas Tirith, or are you now...
Are we now chasing Jack the Ripper?
Well, I should probably chase Jack the Ripper, otherwise a dwarf
You know,
will
we probably
come
should
and
check the
bring
dock
me
for
news.
any strange people in top hats.
Oh yeah, I should probably go for Jack the Ripper, otherwise a dwarf will come and swing an axe at me knee. So
And steal all your money.
He never really specifies what he's doing, to be fair.
Cool.
no, we just said deal with him. Well, I could play
I
cards with
wonder,
him.
if
That's
we chased
dealing
this
with him.
west, would he bring an army?
He did say to deal with him. He didn't say anything about making a deal with him.
He also didn't specify what he would do if I didn't do what he wanted me to do.
I suspect
I can
he
pick
doesn't
an army.
chase you down and kill you, but I'm asking if we think he would bring an army. Well,
He
if he's
probably-
stolen all his money, how's he going to pay for the army?
I'm more interested to know who the big man is, because we already killed Santa. Who else is left?
If the big man turns out to be the poop head that we're after in the first place, I will not be amused.
Was Santa the reason that Morella gave me a present?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Santa had been murdered, so she felt sad and gave people presents.
You didn't know what Christmas was, so she gave you a present. That started the whole Morella Dokkur love situation.
Yeah. that's
Aww.
Which clearly is like very memorable for you.
No, it's very memorable. That was Dokkur asking in character, is Santa is the fact was Santa the reason that Morella gave me a present, because Dokkur is still unsure what Christmas is.
Is Marilla in a mood to let's discuss this?
Morella wants nothing to do with me right now.
Yeah, I'm
staying
annoyed
the
at
corner away
you.
from everybody.
I hope you know this.
Because I haven't apologised yet.
You haven't apologized yet.
I know I haven't. I've not had a chance to because you've not been here, Charlotte.
But that sounds like a you kind of problem.
No, that's
Oh,
still
That
wow.
sounds like a fourth wall kind of problem.
Alright, chill out, yeah? Chill out.
I can't just message you and go, by the way, Doctor, wow. By the way, Dokkur says he's
Doctor.
sorry.
I might have, you never know.
You wouldn't have accepted it, you'd have wanted it in the session.
Maybe.
Alright.
Okay, shush, you're right.
Exactly.
I think Charlotte would have appreciated it.
Women are so demanding, aren't they, Dokkur?
God, women.
I'm gonna go sit in the corner and sulk.
Okay.
Dokkur takes the time over this ship journey to apologise to Morella. There you go.
No, I'm not looking at any of
Right,
them.
alright, so I'm
Just
going to make
Dokkur.
you roleplay every word of this apology.
Yeah, I'm not taking that.
Does Dokkur understand what he's apologising for?
Yeah, I would have to roleplay this.
Fine, I will roleplay it.
I've never heard somebody
God's
sound
sake.
so satisfied. Good.
Okay, before we
Stubborn.
get into RP, I'll just tell you what's going on here. So, it takes a while to get everything to the boat, which is very Phalanx-like, and but it's not necessarily a boat. It's more like a barge that just has high walls against it. So like there's water seeping in onto the deck and stuff like that, and you can't see it on the map, but in the middle there's like a big mast with a sail, and there's quite a strong breeze today. So but the sailors doing most of the work, and the sailors are actually enjoying the fact that they don't have to work so hard. However, the captain doesn't seem particularly happy because the entire ship is being devoted to you guys.
We paid for
Well,
it.
sorry.
It's our ship.
Did we not pay for it?
And the captain's like, yeah, but I could have, like where those horses are, I could have fit like put another 10 people on.
We probably paid all for the horses in the temple would have paid.
Well, a job is a job, so get over it.
And in an attempt to sort of like negate the costs, Stick has taken Raptor and is flying the route, and Padwin has turned into a pterodactyl and is flying along.
What,
Yes, he does.
Tired then.
what was the cost per person?
Right, so I did make up a number of mistakes while calculating this, but the final answer is
More than we can
is
afford.
1 silver per mile per person.
Jesus.
Okay. So, how many miles are we traveling?
10.
Okay. So it's like 1 gold per person, essentially.
Oh, that's nothing.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Does he count the
I'll
horses in the caravan as well?
attempt to make it a little bit, more appeasing. I'll give him 5 gold of my own, and say, you never know if it was going to be a full boat or not.
Okay, so the captain seems to appreciate this, and so alright,
I would
thank
offer
you.
him a beer from my barrel, but I've got no more beer. I've got no more barrel.
Anything else?
So you can see that the captain is actually a bugbear,
Nice.
and he doesn't whereas all of the rest of the crew are sort of like human half elves, but this group does seem to be very well put together, but you can also see that the ship has like a series of ropes both at the front and at the back, but which just stretch off into the distance. So that the ship is basically sailing in a direction, and they seem to be using the ropes as a form of navigation. So that if the rope veers off in one direction, then they veered off course, and they know to but correct themselves. So that's basically all that the rowers are really doing. They're just doing course corrections as opposed to rowing along.
But does the rope run through the boat, or is just like on the boat?
It's just attached fore and aft as well.
Okay.
Okay, so before we get into the RP apology, do you guys want to take any time to discuss anything?
We're
I'm good.
everyone in on the dream side of things, isn't we? Did we share our dreams?
Oh, can I identify the orb?
Yeah, sure. So you cast Identify, and so now you can apply it to your inventory.
Yes.
Can I find beer?
And so the captain's like, this isn't a pleasure cruise, but yeah, you can take some of mine. I have to take out my own supply, but so you need to pay up front.
Can
How
I
much
sit
you
and mix
for it?
poisons and coat some arrows for training in the corner? I will put a vial aside for Dokkur if he starts behaving himself and being nice.
I am being nice.
I tried to save your life again and you fucked it up.
She does
Okay.
keep trying to help you.
Okay, so Trin, do you want to add in your sort of other your other items tab of your inventory a potion?
I don't
Poison.
know how many I would make in that distance and time.
Potent
You know
poison.
the calculation.
Why do I have poison? Why do I have poison?
Because
Why do I have
Okay.
poison?
Okay,
I'm a
so
poisoner by trade, an artificer trait I've got, but I can coat it onto weapons, arrows and
so you can
blades and stuff, and I keep making arrows and coating them in poison and giving them to you, and you're just I stick them in your quiver when I walk past and stuff like that.
Okay, so
Ah.
it's
That's why you
basically
keep gaining them.
1 hour's work makes 4 doses of poison.
Yeah, well, I'll have however many hours work, and I'll put one vial aside for Dokkur for his blades if he behaves himself,
Okay,
and I'll make trims and arrows.
and that'll be 50 gold's worth of supplies.
Yeah, that should be. I think that's all the supplies I've got left. I don't actually keep. Unfortunately, I've not been keeping track of them in my actual inventory.
Don't worry.
It's on
Okay.
my paper.
So yeah, if you want to say, so are you keeping any for yourself?
No, because I don't use weapons.
Okay, so Trin, if you want to give yourself 3 potent poisons, you'll just have to add it in the other tabs, and then you're keeping 1 aside for Dokkur if he behaves himself. Okay.
I can coat your arrows during battle. Technically, I can throw them on your arrows, but on the thing, I actually make the poison and give it to you.
Okay, so Scott can basically tell that you guys are discussing your dreams, so he basically comes over. Who wants to discuss what?
Me. I want to say something. I mean, since I joined the group, I've been having dreams, and it's not like the dreams that anybody would have. I don't know what the fuck is going on. What you guys been doing? They have been afflicted by
We
this dream.
pissed off a shopkeeper, came out of his shop, and suddenly had weird dreams.
I'll be honest, it doesn't really make too much sense as to how you are getting them too. The same as Dokkur. I assumed it was to do with the items from the shop.
But what happened?
This
We
is the
met a
sound
rather
of
shady-
Morella just frantically going through her notes.
Yeah, so basically we went to the shop. There was like this guy, demony thing in like his basement who came and visited.
Yeah, I've listened to the video of Matt.
And then as
so
we
not
left, it
really.
felt like something was following, like something was watching us or following us. And that's
Oh, yeah.
all. And then we're trying to figure it out from the dreams. I reckon it's from Redacted.
But you guys don't know nothing else, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So you must have touched an artifact or something like that.
Or pissed the wrong person off.
We all end up getting something from that. I assumed it was to do with that. I will. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna show them the ring that I got from them that I've not yet used. So I keep forgetting.
Is it even in your inventory?
Yes, it is in my inventory. I attuned to it. I did attune to it, but then I never used it. So I'll show them the ring that I got from the shop.
So basically, everybody are getting things out of those dreams. They are materialized when you wake up.
Yes.
Yeah, I woke up with this axe one time.
I woke up with this necklace.
I
love
woke up
that
today with this
spear.
orb.
I just wake up.
Well, thanks, fuck you, wake up. I mean, it's weird. Things that materialize just when you wake up after a dream. It's never a good omen.
Well, it's from what I've been able to discern from our dreams is that they're linked somehow, this world and theirs. I was told that to be free of the mists in these dreams, we have to defeat this guy from the here and there.
Which does actually make sense, because in my dream, I dreamed about this beautiful and majestic castle, which is something that you said that too, right?
I think
this-
we've all seen the castle, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like from afar.
Yes, from
Yeah.
afar.
The last time I dreamed, I had a strange creature mention a place called Wallachia. But on the following dream, the same place that I met him, it was like it wasn't there. It had been abandoned for a long time.
So Scott basically says, what sort of creature?
The one that attacked was almost humanoid, but as he tried to attack, his fingernails grew out very large. And at the point that they made contact, it was when I woke up.
Okay, Charlotte, I've just put an image of what the necklace looks like from Sasha, by the way.
Thank you.
Um,
I've seen that image before.
Okay, so Scott basically asked you for like more information on this, and eventually he makes a guess of what he thinks it is, and so it sounds like a Vargolf to me.
Oh, what? Sorry?
A Vargolf. And basically, vampires can, like werewolves, they have like a hybrid shape, so they can turn into a bat, they can turn into a human being, and then they can sort of turn into something in between. Vargolfs are vampires that do that and effectively get stuck, and then they just get bigger and bigger and bigger until they, well, explode.
Oh,
That's fun.
so what does he have to do with the dreams?
I don't know. I'm not having them. I think Katie might be, but I haven't spoken to her in a couple of days. Anybody else?
No.
Don't think so.
Well, if you keep having them, then keep your eyes open. One thing I will say about a Vargolf is they're hard things to kill. We've gone up against them, I think, 3 times in our collective careers.
Do you by any chance need a silver blade to kill them?
Well, that definitely helps. But I mean, the first time that we encountered it, we were able to sort of like trap it, and then we just beat the living crap out of it. Second time, we just happened to be in the vicinity of a basilisk cave, because that's why we were there, and so we just sort of like lured it into the basilisk cave and then had the basilisk kill it. And then the third time, we had something of an army behind us, so we just sort of had the archers as pincushion it.
Oh, fair enough.
But going against one of those things one-on-one, I wouldn't advise.
Well, judging on the way I got woke up rather rudely last time, that makes sense.
But the good thing about them is that they're bulky and not particularly nimble, so you can try and hide in a narrow space like a cave or something like that. But if you're going to run, don't run in a straight line.
Wonderful.
Okay, so are you guys going to do anything else while you're on the boat?
Did I manage to get alcohol? Do I have anything to drink alcohol out of?
Yep, he's just going to charge you a full gold coin for it.
That is perfectly fine. Does he have anything I can drink it out of?
He just hands you the bottle.
Great. So I'll go post up over next to Onyx, who's become my new favourite drinking partner. And,
Yeah.
I will alternate drinks between the two of us.
Thanks.
Hey, look what I found!
Nice. Oh god.
Okay, so are you just going to stay like this for the rest of the voyage?
Yeah, I have no plans.
Same. When's the apology happening?
That's what I wasn't gonna mention anything. I was just gonna see if it was gonna happen.
Okay,
You know,
so
we
yep,
can-
time for...
I was waiting to see if it was going to be mentioned again. That's why I would
I
just
think he
haven't
was
said
waiting
Oh,
it.
for
you
everyone else
were
to get
Trying to get out of it.
Oh,
No,
I
no.
see.
No, I wasn't trying to
Uh-huh.
What I meant is I was seeing if there was anything else that was being done before we did the apology, which is what I thought we were doing.
Sure. A likely story.
Okay, so without further ado, Dokkur, the floor is yours.
Oh god. Are we all like sat together, or is everybody like sat separately?
Are you
I'm
also...
sitting in a corner making poison, so I'm not strictly listening to you.
So Jason comes over and it's like, yes, Dokkur, let's hear this out. And George
No,
comes over,
Jason,
yes, I'm very yes, sir, I'm interested in hearing this as well.
Well, unless you go away, it's not happening.
I like apologies.
Is Padman a pterodactyl?
Yes.
However, if he lands on the boat, it's going to cost us another gold.
I love him.
Padman supremacy, honestly.
Pterodactyl supremacy, honestly.
That too.
I think we need more people over here. Can we get some more friends?
No, we don't.
I think
Is
we
there
need
like a
friends.
downstairs to this boat, or
No, not really. It's not really an upstairs to it either. It's, I mean, this technically has a roof on it, but it's sort of like an exposed area. Okay, so
We could-
when McKelly says that, various Franks appear.
Oh,
we could go in the other room. It's not much, but if it makes it feel more private for you.
Yar!
Steven Frank.
That's not the only kind of semen he likes.
Oh.
Sorry, I
we
couldn't.
were all thinking.
You didn't have to say it.
James, you and I both know I had to say it.
Oh.
Dokkur's going to look at Maria and say, please, can we go have a talk somewhere more private, please?
Sure.
Dokkur is going to like look around for somewhere that's more private.
Your options are limited. So,
There's
Right,
in
yeah,
here.
very-
Or we wrestle past the horses.
We can get in the wagon. That because that doesn't look remotely suspicious at all.
I'm not Onyx whether this should be hilarious.
Let's just go.
Oh,
let's
yeah.
just go in there.
might I advise, sir, that we make wagers on the outcome?
God.
Ooh, don't tempt me.
Do it. Do it.
We're trying to do a good thing, everyone.
Yeah, this is an impressive feat, I must say.
I've been good today, thank you.
Who thinks he's
You've
getting
been borderline trying to fight people.
I give 2-to-1 odds that this will result in a backhander on the lady's part.
Ooh.
You know what,
What
George?
Marilla-
With that action.
Maybe DM should be doing that in private without them knowing, so that they don't influence the decision.
So Dokkur is going to kind of be looking really nervous because obviously you're both on your own again, and after what happened last time. So he's going to kind of take a deep breath and like prepare himself, and he's just going to turn around and say, "It has come to my attention that I need to apologise."
Mm-hmm.
Passive aggressive.
Very passive aggressive. So I just wanted to take you aside to actually just apologise, because I would rather this be done in private rather than in front of all of our friends.
And Franks.
And Franks. And the horses, and the seamen, and the wagon. I'm baffling. I'm waffling at this point. You get what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to apologise, basically.
For what? What exactly is it that you're apologizing for? What do you think you've done? I
She just
appreciate
had-
the apology, but I want to know if you think you know what you've done. Because I'm not sure if you do.
For fighting your battles for you.
Oh, Lord.
He thinks you're
Smack.
incapable, Morella, is all I'm going to shout across the
Smack!
Not he thinks at all.
Okay.
She fought her own battles way
Anything
before you were
else?
here. Tell him about the riverbed battle.
Which one?
The one she kicked
All
everyone
of
out.
them. Yeah, I danced with Tom Holland in a river once. I can find myself. I don't say that.
I'm surprised you
I appreciate that, but what else? That's not all.
Out of character.
Nope. This is
Um,
entirely
There are
100%
no
in
pigeons
character.
flying to you with hints, my friend.
uh,
Even a seagull to offer you
See,
here.
George, that's why I'm gay.
Well, that's what I thought. The whole. This is out of character, by the way. This is what I thought that the whole apologising was for fighting your battles for you, because you didn't need someone to battle them.
There's that, but Marilla's definitely also pissed off at you for one other of your more recent actions.
What, for stealing?
That basic. Come on, man.
Okay, so Dokkur will like be sitting there, like kind of trying to look engaged, but trying to rack his brain at the same time as to what he's individually done to you, because that's what he's thinking right now.
Can I
He's
get
not
insight
thinking-
from you, please?
Say that again, sorry.
Can I get insight?
You're not getting any blessing from me for that.
And she has blessed some very strange things in her time.
I really have, haven't I?
16.
Okay, so for Charlotte, is that high enough for him to have cotton onto what you're trying to lay down?
Yeah, I would say so. I've been quite obviously annoyed about it.
You've been quite obviously annoyed with Dokkur since the racist remark. So
Yeah, that's true.
that's why he's automatically assumed that. Well, it was obviously partly that, but he's automatically assumed that that's what the issue was. In his defense,
That's fair. I'll give him that. That's fair.
So basically, you're apologizing because you exist.
basically, yeah, from the sounds of it.
So Charlotte Barrakesh and helping.
So Dokkur's gonna kind of like, it's gonna kind of click in his brain what you're meaning, and he's going to say, I'm also sorry for causing us trouble last night.
Sorry.
Excuse me?
Did someone say last night?
No,
I was waiting for that.
Oh, come on, guys. He's got an eye patch.
Yes, I'm impaired. I need specialist treatment.
No,
Absolutely not. Get out. Okay. I accept your apology.
And as for what you were saying earlier about if I've learnt my lesson, I have, but
But
Not enough to stop.
hold on. I'm trying to have a bonding moment here, so bear with me.
you just hear very audibly through the door. I don't think it's going well. Shall we up the odds?
I literally just wrote in my notes. Don't think it's going well.
So Dokkur is going to say, I have learnt my lesson, but I need you to understand something from my part. And I'm only going to tell this to you. So,
law dropping.
yeah, so, should other people come up to me with this information, or ask me about this information, I will know where it's come from.
The fact we could all hear you through the door.
You can whisper it to me.
I'm not listening.
So, Dokkur is basically going to say, I'm going to try and word this. I should have really wrote something down for this, but I'm going to try and word it as best I can.
I can assist you with that, sir, if you'd like to sign here.
Get out!
Act of disclosure, mate. Act of disclosure.
So Dokkur's going to basically turn around and he's going to say, a couple years ago, I woke up in a very strange place, having no idea who I was, where I was, or what I was doing there. And it was raining, I was soaked through, I had no recollection of my name, my age, where I come from, and I was taken in by an assassin's guild where, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it, I am now the Grand Master of. What I need you to understand is that how I am being, is all I've known, and I have a voice in my head that tells me to do things that necessarily aren't good, but also that voice is the only form of family that I have known my entire life.
Aww.
It's going really well. So the only thing I'm trying to make you understand is that whilst yes, I can be annoying, I can be aggressive and intimidating, and I can do bad things like steal or kill people,
What does intimidating mean, Daddy?
Out of context, that sounds really bad.
That's your
It's
memory
all I've
sense.
ever known, and something that I hope to one day do is figure out who I am, what I was before I was Dokkur. I'm not even sure Dokkur is my real name. So,
I appreciate it.
whilst, yes, I am sorry for fighting your battles, I care very deeply about you. Which, then, when I heard the racist remarks from those Red Paladins, sent me into self-defense, which ultimately sent me into the defense of you. Which I apologise for, because I know you can fight your battles. I know you don't need me. I know you could probably whip up some magic and absolutely beat the shit out of me. But, because of my feelings, I felt like I needed to protect. So, I hope you can forgive me for fighting your battles and for getting us into trouble. But I hope that now you have some form of understanding, after a little bit of insight into what I know is my life, that you can understand why I am the way I am, and it's not because I want to get us into trouble.
I understand.
At which point, Dokkur is then
He's gonna go for the kiss. He's gonna go for the kiss.
Dokkur is going to minor illusion a little flower wreath,
Oh,
and it's going to kind of like appear really slowly. So he's going to have his hands like apart, and he's going to almost like tense his palms, and a little flower wreath is going to slowly appear. And it's going to be like horizontal. So the way you're looking at it, you can just see the circle just kind of going towards me,
yeah.
and it'll appear. And what's your favourite flower? Dokkur asks you this question.
I'll go with my actual favourite flower because I can't think of any others. Chrysanthemums.
So Dokkur will create little bits of chrysanthemums coming out of it.
So when you know when a bunch of chrysanthemums sets up on your doorstep, it was Josh that sent them.
And not Frank.
Please don't send me flowers. My partner will think what's that. Oh, I'll be confused.
And when it's finished forming, he's going to kind of let go of it. It's going to kind of float slightly. He's going to put it in his hands, and then he's going to place it onto your head.
That's really cute because I'm currently listening to Flowers in Her Hair.
And then he's going to lean in.
Backhander, 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 backhander. You see it from outside?
I don't know. What do you do in these situations? I'm gonna curtsy. And I'm gonna go, thank you for your apology. I really appreciate it. I hope you know that I don't mean to be like forthcoming with this moral goodness. I don't mind a bit of chaos. I have burnt down a forest before.
What?
She's the only one.
You were there when it happened.
You were. It was like one of your last sessions. It's just all I've known is that we go out and we make the world a better place, and we make it good, and we make it bright and right under Lyria's light, and I did not mean for that to rhyme.
You did it twice.
I know. So I don't mean for it to come across like that. I just also think maybe with the stealing, lying to authorities is bad. Full stop. Cause you know, we've been in jail before and that wasn't fun, and so if we could avoid doing that again.
And I agree that lying to the authorities is bad. But also, in the midst of me lying to the authorities, we are now about to go and do a good thing and go and kill a mass murderer of women.
Yeah, we might have accidentally let him out of prison or something, or like something in relation to that, and that might be my fault.
We're definitely part of the reason, so.
Hang on, I have to go back for my session notes.
I think we were.
He was
tracking
in the,
Jack
he was
Ripper
in the
anyway,
prison. He was in the prison and gave us a little bit of a hint
weren't we? You let
towards
Jack the Ripper out of prison,
Yeah.
Marilla.
the big bad, and when we busted out, we let him free.
No, so we didn't actually bust Jack the Ripper out. It was just a strange guy who had info on.
But we suspected he might
Guy.
actually have turned out to be Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, it
But
turned out-
Jack the Ripper was also in the fortress of Esgaroth.
Yeah.
And had originally been in De Winter,
Yes.
as everyone's retcon.
So technically, we were chasing him anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, I get it. But you know, if I ever need you to fight for me or smack someone because they're being mean, I will let you know.
I love you became so American just then. Just smack someone.
Very Californian.
It happens with all of my characters. They slowly become American unless it's cursive redacted. Then it becomes Romanian.
I cannot wait to hear Charlotte's Romanian accent.
Hello, my name is Celestia. I am very cute. I am blind. The convent I was with of the Morning Lord blinded me for trying to escape.
This very casual violence.
Yeah.
Very,
And you're mad at Dokkur, Jesus.
That's my character for Curse of Redacted. And then in Trin's campaign, I have like a Southern American accent.
Hell
Ooh,
yeah.
Trin has a campaign. We didn't know about
Howdy
this.
y'all, I'm Bubblegum. I'm real sweet, I'm real nice.
I
Um,
love that.
I take photos, I can read minds, I rollerblade everywhere. I lost my brother, he's called Starburst, he's real sweet.
Or was real street.
Or was until he went missing. I don't know what Trin's got planned. What are you gonna do to him, Trin? I can't lose another brother.
Again.
No, because Arthur's got my little brother in captive, in a different D&D campaign.
You don't have a lot of luck with families in your
Oh my
game state.
I really like tragic backstories. You've not heard the worst of them.
My last character on another campaign I was on had a very, very tragic backstory.
Oh, bet.
Very, very tragic. His
Bet.
he was a prince. So he was the prince of a. He was the son of a king.
So he's a prince.
So he was a prince. He didn't know like his race. He believed he was half elf, and he wasn't. So there was a massive. So as he went through the story, obviously he found out he wasn't half elf, and then was like, "Why am I not half elf? Is my dad not my dad?" His parents were killed in a fire. His whole home burned down, and he managed to escape. He later found out that the reason that his whole castle burned down was because his uncle was the big bad.
Ooh,
So
that's
his
cool.
So his uncle had killed his parents. He then met his uncle for the first time.
Who turned out to be his father.
Who turned out to be his father. My character was actively mute. He'd sewn his own mouth shut because he couldn't deal with the pain of his parents dying, so he took a vow of silence. And then when he met his uncle for the first time and figured out who he was, he ripped his own stitches out of his mouth, and essentially beat the shit out of his uncle.
That's fair. Okay. I've got close to trauma on that. That's fair.
And then I had to leave that campaign because I went to work somewhere, and it was an in-person game. So my character was going through a massive battle of like, am I good, am I bad, blah blah blah, and went to confront his uncle, and on his own, because I was obviously leading the campaign, went to confront his uncle, stopped an execution that his uncle was doing, and then his uncle's henchman shot him in the face. He killed him.
Oh, okay, that is tragic. Mine's a character who I'm probably never gonna play because they've backbenched the campaign. But it's a character who doesn't fit in well with their family, is the eldest of a very wealthy merchant family. Falls in love with like this girl who works in the garden, whose name's Dahlia, and she's a red tiefling, and red dahlias in flower language mean betrayal, which is fun. She convinced my character to run away, so they did, and went to the girlfriend's house, and like became like part of the family in like this cool gang. But what had really happened behind the scenes is this was all a ploy, so that they could put out like a thing of being like, hey, we have your kid, give us loads of money, and you can get them back. And Dahlia tells Rin, my character, about this on the evening it's about to happen. And Rin's like, I'm meant to be meeting my little brother here. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Sprints off, and as they see their little brother running down this alleyway, they also see an archer on the other side shooting an arrow, and it hits their brother and kills them.
Oh,
That
God.
sounds very Game of Thrones.
Yep.
Oh yeah, for real. See, this one's really lighthearted. Her parents were only murdered when she was a kid. That's like kind of boring.
Oh.
It's very light-hearted. Her parents were only murdered when she was a kid. When
When I was king?
When
Man, why didn't you tell me I was king?
Okay, so we've sidetracked a little bit, just slightly.
Yeah,
Okay, so we basically left this where Dokkur was leaning in and Marilla was panicking.
yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So can I get a wisdom saving throw from you, Marilla?
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. What's my wisdom? Is this a magical effect?
No, this is whether
Am
or
I
not
being charmed?
No, this is just you determining whether or not you panic or not.
18.
Okay, so you don't panic. So what do you do instead?
I will bob a little curtsy in thanks, and I will go. Hang on. Oh God.
Now she's panicking.
No, I'm like panicking, looking through my thing. They're probably waiting to see if they're like waiting for a slap. Which I'm obviously not gonna do, so I'm just gonna break the news that I forgave you. Thanks for the apology, you're forgiven, and I'm just gonna like walk out and just go to the side and get some fresh air.
And as you leave, you just hear this collective groan from the entire crew. And so each of you, whoever took part in the bet, you gain an electrum.
Nice.
Huh?
5 silver, effectively.
By the way,
Yep.
I don't know you guys, but the apologies and whatever, it was very, very touchy, and I actually was in tears. So please, Matt, give them an inspiration point or something.
Yep, I will. Well, if you want
Or
touching
everyone else
Barbara,
could be inspired by Dokkur's like open-heartedness. Has really inspired everyone to be open-hearted.
but yeah, everyone gets a point of inspiration for this.
Whee!
Yay!
But if you want touching, darling, I can definitely help with that.
No,
Way to tone it down, Frank.
not that kind of touching.
Okay, so unless there's anything else that people want to do while on the boat, we can go to the next area.
Mm-hmm. Are we finishing up soon, or?
Yep. There's just one thing that I want to do purely because of all the hard work that you guys have done getting the wagon over here.
Basically,
The
he wants
wagon.
us to get
We
to
get it
land
off
and
the
get
boat and
wagon
it
over here
breaks.
before
Yeah, I
we
was just
close
trying to say,
the
how we get it off the boat and it breaks.
Okay, so you basically get to the point where the ship needs to stop and they start transferring people to boats. Stick does the thing again with the wagon to levitate it over and flies to there. And over the course of the next couple of hours, you now arrive in New Asgard, and great golden text appears in front of you. Region discovered, New Asgard. And you each gain 100 XP for that.
No.
And whenever you arrive like on shore and you go through that sort of state where you're a little bit wobbly, the one thing that you can hear over like the din of like the sea and the crowds is somebody ringing a bell, screaming out, "Wagon for sale! Wagon for sale!"
Oh.
God.
Oh my.
Oh boy. Of course.
I instantly want to kill him, but don't. Boy.
Okay, so shall we leave it? Shall we leave it here for this week?
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a very entertaining session, guys. Thank you for that.
It was.
Thank you for an amazing session again.
Was this
Thank you
all
very
planned?
much.
I will be 100% honest. I had planned an entire storyline for if Dokkur had just decided to kill Dresden.
Oh god.
And I've literally spent the last for 2 weeks just writing up essays on what happens to alphas that then get banished from the order and stuff like that. So.
It's probably a good idea to have it just in case he does it again.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Would I have been banished from the order for doing that?
Right, so I'll put technically speaking, you guys do actually have this book on you. You haven't actually read it yet. So where is it? No, that's Katie's rules. So basically, when you guys were in the alpha base for Aqua Veda, you picked up a book that had been written by Jen, which was on the tenets of the alphas. I'm not entirely sure who actually has that, but one sec. Yeah, the system's being annoying. But it's basically that. So if people want to read that in their own time, but you can basically get a gist of what would have happened to Dokkur if he had decided to murder Dresden as a result of this.
Oh god.
Mm.
I also wrote up a list of a rule system that Katie has established in her
Hometown.
with her alphas that Kashan's brother is part of.
Interesting. loaded up, like, so from where my screen cuts off, it literally, like, the first thing that's there is hitting on Katie will result in a makeover. And I've got so many questions as to what that means.
So put you inquire midway through that. So
When he
that-
says never talk to lawyers, does he count as friends as well?
Ask for forgiveness, not permission, except in regards to rules. Oh, that's perfect.
Guard the guards. Never apologise after attacking someone.
Always wear gloves to a crime scene.
I think rule 8 would probably apply to you guys quite distinctly.
Always fight in vicinity of healer. Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
I said
Yeah.
several of these
Yeah.
are broken or done.
Can I just clarify that Rule 36 says Frank's wishes are not to be used under any circumstances.
Yeah, they
I
can use-
did that rule.
They've been used. That rule's been broken several times. Only by Morena.
I have yet to break that.
I've only used 2, thank you.
Yeah.
2 out of
Only.
2 out of 3.
That's fine. I still have 1 left.
Clean up your mess applies to book action.
I also broke Rule 40, which is no dogs.
Yeah.
But when?
When I rejoined the
Wait,
group, I
no
came with
dogs?
a wolf.
Questions about Scott and Katie's relationship. Katie has not gone mad for power.
Just because Katie spawns magical items in her
That was
sleep.
laughing about it.
Without pleasure.
I actually forgot that Frank's granted wishes.
Yeah, they always fuck up.
Yeah, but just because you don't formulate it correctly.
I did very well with mine, and I still ended up becoming
Colonoscopy.
16-foot tall Godzilla. After being minuscule, the size of like a fingernail.
Katie doesn't repeat herself. Scott is Katie's mistress.
Scott is Katie's mistress.
Yeah. Katie doesn't repeat herself. Katie's spelling's always right. Oh, God.
Katie's always big
Oh,
spoon.
God.
Right, I'm gonna head off, guys.
Alright, guys. Shall we
Yeah.
pencil in next Monday again?
Yeah.
That should
Yeah.
work.
Be all good?
Alright then. Well, thanks for joining us in this, guys. I really needed this. I really crap day at work, so thank you for that.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Yes, thank
No
you
problem.
for the session.
Very entertaining.
Have a good one, guys.
You too.
I'll do an axe collection on Saturday or something.
Noise.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Alright, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.